Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm a little early, little early. Hey, man, shout out to my guy Jay Milts, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for that support, sir. Appreciate you for that support. Appreciate you for that support. Um, what's going on, man? What's going on? Happy Sunday. What's going on, Jay Mills? Thank you, brother. E double in the building, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Good morning. All things in the building. Good morning. Yellow boy, good morning. Hope you're doing well, man. Like all y'all, appreciate all y'all people to get up early in the morning, man. What's going on, HMC3? All things. Daryl in the building. Good morning. Mr. Mileage in the building. What's happening? Peace and blessings to you as well. A. Fisher. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to Boston. Shout out to Boston. Steven, I don't think I've ever been to Boston. Steven in the building. What's going on, man? Hey, I haven't seen Issei B. Devo. I don't think I've seen you in a long time. What's going on, Mr. Noble, man? Big channel member. Frontline in the building. What's going on? Mr. Riggs, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Ken Luttrell LeGrew, salute to you. Be Easy in the building. Daniel Gallimore. Antoine Hopkins, good morning, sir. Ernesto Keys, California in the house. What's happening? Man, you definitely up really early in the morning, man. I got respect for you. You up early in the morning, 6:42 in the morning. What's going on, Mr. Electrical Technology? It's me. Moo Gudkey Kenneth. Okay, that's what's up. I'm sorry, I can't read that first name. It's evening here, brother. Hey, well, good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Good day to you. Chino Figueroa, Tony Robles. What's up, man? It's been a while. Yeah, Tony, it's been a minute, Mr. Robles. Hey, good to see your name. Good to see your name, man. John Wilson, what's up? What's up, Tim Carey and Branson and everybody, and Mr. Idris, Hakeem Idris. Yeah, say Ernesto Keys. Yes, sir. Every day. Hey, man. Hey, that's a character. Hey, dude, that shows character. Sean Figgins said, new to the channel from Pensacola, Florida. Hey, the home of the great Roy Jones Jr. D, what's up? Well, I woke up this morning and got called a hater. Got called a hater. Oh, yeah. Wait for some people to come in, man. What y'all think about that fight last night? I watched. Hey, man, what is up? Stone Alone in the building. Brother, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I sent a shout out to you, Stone Alone. I was like, man, where is Stone Alone? Man, what's happening with you, man? Said top of the morning, Martin, and the chat. Notification woke me. That's what's up, man. I hope you're doing well. I hope that truck's going well. Hope that truck is, how's that truck treating you? How's that truck treating you, sir? Oh, by the way, yesterday, Barbara D was the channel sponsor with the big $75 holler. The biggest, just so you guys know that this is how we're able to continue to do the channel. Guys like Stone Alone have been supporters and been around a long time. Just so you know, Stone Alone, that's what we're doing now with the stream below. Barbara D was the channel sponsor with the big $75 donation yesterday. And anybody over $20 and over can become the channel sponsor. And after that is the biggest one. So thank you so much. But thank you so much. And thank you so much for that support, my guy. But more importantly, man, thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for being here this morning. No doubt, man. Your presence was missed, man. I don't know if you knew Stone Alone, but John Bowie passed away. I don't know if I've seen you or spoken to you, Stone Alone, since John Bowie passed away. So I was like, hey, I need somebody to go check on Stone Alone, man. You know? Yes, sir. Jay Mills has said 2 for Mr. Stone Alone. Long time, sir. Yes, sir, man. One of my favorite subscribers, man. One of my favorite subscribers. Absolutely. One of my absolute favorite. Been around a long time, man. Yeah, RIP to John Bowie. To the great John Bowie. But let's get into this, man. Hey, so this is the only channel I've seen go down the comments and shout out all his supporters. Salute to the channel. Hey, well, thank you, Sean. Yeah, man. I'm in. Dog, it's a hangout, man. We hanging out. We talking boxing, man. I'm not the media. I get up in the morning, boom. I put a thumbnail up. We talking this boxing. That's it. Everything is good, beloved. No, say it ain't so. Yeah, man. He passed, man. Yeah. He passed away. I want to say, man, it was maybe 2 months now ago that he passed away. I want to say it's going on 2 months ago that he passed away. Yeah, thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's about 2 months ago he passed away. So look, man, yeah. So hey, man, drop by. I know sometimes people don't be wanting to talk boxing, and they're on something. You got other things going on, man. Check in on your boy every once in a while, man. Stone Lone said, "Rest in paradise, John Bowie." Absolutely, man. For John Bowie. So look, so the fight last night. Richards and Hitchens was in a difficult situation last night. Now, I watched the fight this morning. I didn't watch it in real time. I watched it this morning. Because Guillermo won that fight. Look, that was a tough fight for him to get into a fight like that with that guy. I actually like Richards and Hitchens getting. I can understand if somebody thought that, those scorecards look really wide and all of that. Tony Robles, yes, sir. I get that. All right, I get that. But I'm going to tell you, man, that was a difficult guy to put him in that fight with. That was a difficult fight for him. And it was going to be a guy that has way more fights than you and an undefeated Argentine fighter. Man, that is a recipe for disaster right there. I'm telling you, that's a recipe for disaster. An undefeated Argentine fighter. Let me make sure, man. Let me see where Brian Castano's from. Yeah, Brian Castano's from Argentina. I do believe Marcos Maidana's from Argentina. Dog, that's tough, man. It's tough. That's a tough out right there with those guys. Oh, yeah, Argentina. Yeah. Argentina. Yeah, he's an Argentine. He's from Argentina. Look, man, if you don't know about Argentine fighters from Argentina, you do not want to jump in there. You don't want to jump in there willy-nilly with a fighter from Argentina. Those guys, man, those dudes can fight. They fight. They're athletic. They pressure you, and they're athletic, and they're awkward. And you know what I mean? And they got a boxing culture down there, man. Those Argentine fighters are tough, man. So the fact that he was in there with that guy, I think, man, I'm telling you, I think that dude could probably give trouble to a lot of dudes, man. I think everybody's going to have I think a lot of people are going to have difficulties with that guy. Man, Devin going to do it. Man, look, those guys going to do the same thing, man, with that guy. Same thing, man. Because you're going to have to be able to knock that dude's head off in order to get a real clean, easy win out of him. You're going to have some real power. You have to have some real power. Or you have to be somebody that really likes to fight, really likes the pressure, and really likes pressure fighting. Somebody like Subriel Matias, like Subriel Matias. I think Subriel Matias and him would be that guy. Was it Lima? I forget his name. Hitchinson won. Timothy Dorothy said Hitch won the fight. The only score off was Cheatham's, but his scores are always off. Top of the morning to you, Fanon and the chat. Yeah, Lemos. Thank you. Hey, top of the morning to you, Timothy Dorsey. Yeah, Pitbull Cruz versus Lemos. Yeah, man, I like that. But hey, look, I'm looking forward to seeing that guy Lemos fight again. It's the first time I saw him fight. Yeah, hey, man, he's a tough guy. That's a tough fight. That's a tough out, man. That's a tough out. How does Rolly get a point deduction for excessive clinching but not Hitchens? I mean, hey, man, you know, what's up, Fi? Phenomenal show in the building. What's up, Noop? JD in the building. What's up, man? How you feeling, sir? What's going on, man? I don't think Lemos is ready for. I mean, I think yes, I do. I think he's got 29 fights. Any fighter with that, he got that many fights, he's ready to go. That's a tough fighter, man. Oh, he was coming over. Oh, his counter shots were nasty, man. Those counter shots was nasty, man. Mike Kirkland in the building said my favorite morning show. Thank you, Mike, man. What's up with you, man? Appreciate you. What's going on, Jasper Robinson? Timothy Stoudemire in the building. What's up, man? My favorite dude to fight, man. Hey, man, to me and Timothy Stoudemire get along, man, as long as we ain't talking to each other. What Ralph just said? Good for 9 to you, bro. Okay, that's what's up, man. Good morning. Yes, man. Thank you, brother. Yeah, shout out to Lemos, man. Yeah, he did his thing. He looked good in that fight, man. I can't lie. But hey, man, I like Richardson Hitchens. I'm not selling on Richardson Hitchens yet. You know? Yeah, man, I saw that shit. Oh, I'm sorry for cussing, man. Yeah, Noop, I saw that, man. God dog, thank you for sending me these things. Man, y'all, thank y'all to hey, thank you, man. Phenomenal show over there on X. Hey, man, for real. Thank y'all for y'all sending me that stuff, bro. Hey, no joke. What's going on, Justin Hawkins? Look, man, the gig is up. The jig is up. Y'all, hey, dude, that's why I put Gervonta never fights Devin Haney now. Never. Ooh, you are such a goddamn B-side to this dude. Oh. Look, man. Man, you know what? That dude, King, is like the gift that keeps on giving. Man, there's this caller. For anybody you're not familiar with this, he is the gift that keeps on giving. He said Eddie Hearn said that they made money on that fight. How? He probably broke even. Maybe he broke even. I'm going to tell you, Shakur Stevenson, man, if I'm Shakur Stevenson, I'm laughing. How many fights does Lemos have with top elite fighters? Hey, man, he got one. You can't have he got one. He got one with Richardson Hitchens. Dog, he's ready, man. We can play that game all year, Sean. Like, that game ain't fun for me, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, for 9, you know, hey, you already know. I won't ever debate you, fam, so we good. My friend. Hey, no, for real, Timothy, man. You my guy, man. I got to start somewhere, I guess. Yeah. You dare. Look, man. Two things in boxing, man, in boxing conversation that really I'm not a big fan of is people say, who did he fight? I'm not a big fan of that. Because that's just an opportunity for somebody to go run down everybody's fight record on BoxRec. You know? Like, who did he fight? Tell me who he fight. And then I'll say who he fought. Well, that's nobody. Who did he fight? And they just going to keep doing it to you. Like, take, for example, who did Gervonta Davis ever fight? He beat Jose Pedraza. Yeah, but who did he ever fight? Well, come on, man. Jose Pedraza beat, you know, I don't know. Who did Jose Pedraza? Oh, Jose Pedraza beat, who did he beat for that belt? Ray Beltran. Well, who did Ray Beltran beat? Well, Ray Beltran beat this guy. Well, who did that guy beat? I mean, we can do that for like an hour and a half, man. And that's what guys like to do. You never get anywhere with that. The fact of the matter is, man, the guy is a world-class fighter, clearly. Because if he wasn't, he would have got stopped by Richardson Hitchens. And he clearly showed that he's at least the same level of fighter as Richardson Hitchens is. So I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Victor J, I'm just saying that's the conversation that you're going to have, man. I've talked boxing with a lot of people. I've had thousands and thousands and thousands of conversations about the sport of boxing. And I know the patterns that people go through. And that's like, for me, that's like rudimentary boxing talk. True. That's like rudimentary boxing talk for me. When somebody starts doing that, I'm like, okay, you guys got your mind made up and you want to talk about like what's that guy's name that jumped on here, man? He was in a truck, dude. Look with a funky look on his face. You know what I mean? Look, kind of just sitting there looking at me like look like this, like nose slightly crinkled up. Did all that stuff about, well, who did he ever fight? And I said, hey, man, Salvador Sanchez. I said Canelo Alvarez beat Salvador Sanchez. And he said, well, man, that's a nobody. He's a bum. Salvador Sanchez is a bum. Didn't even know Salvador Sanchez. I do believe Salvador Sanchez was a featherweight. And that Salvador Sanchez, by many people, is considered one of the best fighters ever. An incredible one, if not the best Mexican, if not one of the best Mexican fighters ever. But he's a bum because you never heard of him. See, that's what they mean. When they're saying, who did he fight? If they don't know who the person is, they assume that they call him a bum because they don't know who he is. There's a point in time when you didn't know who Floyd Mayweather was. Adrian Molina said, I checked out a few channels you recommended and made sure they know you sent me. They all said, thanks, OG. Hey, man, Adrian Molina, thank you. And shout out to Philly, man. Let me give you your gong, brother. One of the big supporters of the channel. You know? Actually, let me go ahead and, yeah, dog, look, man. No, Regis ain't, hey, what's going on, Kensha? No, Regis ain't a clown for that. Regis got his money. He got 1.5 million guaranteed. He made $1.5 million for that fight. He made $1.5 million for that fight. That I do believe that's a good purse for Regis Prograis. That's a lot of money. What it was a dumb move by Devin Haney, is what that was. What it was you played yourself. Benavidez, what is that? Is that a bird? What is that? Boxeo? What is that? A bird? What's going? I hope he doesn't, but he might. I hope he doesn't. He might, but if he does, he does. Let me do the channel sponsorship, the $10 channel sponsorship for my guy Mike Kirkland, because it's Sunday, man. Let me give Mike Kirkland that the just do over $10. Got to be channel sponsor, be over $10, not 20. Let me go ahead and put this up here, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mike Kirkland, big Mike Kirkland. Mike Kirkland, one of the best supporters, consistent supporters, and always fun to talk boxing with. Always talks like he has sense. Unlike you Twitter bums who are out here talking stupid constantly. God dog, y'all be out here talking crazy. This guy, hey, these dudes, man, these dudes is wild. Hey, they only talk about Tank's resume because he knocked somebody out so easy, but yet is trying to fight everyone Tank already beat. Look, man, yeah, that 117, the 117, 111 looked like, but I didn't score. Like I said, I didn't score the fight. I watched it in bits. I just wanted to make sure I knew what was happening, and I got enough to see, and I saw enough to know what was going on. What was going on is he was pressuring that man, keeping that man on that back foot. Richardson Hitchin was landing him with that 1-2. Right down the middle, really couldn't get off that 3, really couldn't really do too much to the body because of that, but the defense and the arm position of Lemos. But Lemos made he made a name for himself, man. There's also a problem though, where and it's never gonna go away. I don't know what that means, Boxeo Atomico. I'm telling you, I don't know what that means. Bird, and yayo. Are you talking about something related to illegal? You talking about something related to that powder? Is that what you mean by that? You gotta be a little bit more explicit for me, man. I'm an old man, you know. I'm an old man, dog. I'm an old man. I need you to be a little bit more explicit for me. Yeah, I think that was what he means. Yeah, okay, yeah. Them birds. Okay, I get it. Yeah, the yayo. I got the yayo part. Look, man, David Benavidez is one of my favorite. David Benavidez is one of my favorite fighters. So, all right, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Now, yeah, I figured it out now. Thank you. I figured it out now. Hitchens got his wake-up call. Hey, man, Hitchinson got through that. Hitchens got through that fight. He got through that fight. As a good win for him, man. Congratulations. Now he's going to get a shot at that IBF title. Go ahead and get in there with Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias, a monster. I'm definitely going to take Subriel in that fight. But, hey, man, you got to get yours, man. Can't sit around forever. Can't sit around playing around forever. You know what I mean? Got to get it in. But I'm about to make fun of y'all Devin Haney fans for a second right here. I'm about to make fun of y'all. Oh, big time. Hey, Big Lorenzo with the channel sponsorship. Big $25 holler, brother. Thank you so much, Big Lorenzo in the building. Always such a big supporter, man. The king of the Cash App, Big Lorenzo. Such a big supporter, man. Thank you, sir. Let me go ahead and put your name up here, Big Lorenzo. It's funny, man. I haven't seen Kyle Porter in a while, man. Kyle Porter made me do right. And now I haven't seen him in a minute. Big, and I'm calling you Big Lorenzo. Big with the big $25 holler. Thank you, man. Shout out to my guy. Mr. Boxing Today, too, with that phrase. You know, he got it copyrighted. I got to give him his respect. Oh, Kenneth Mann. Thank you, brother, for the $5 holler yesterday, Kenneth. Thank you, man. A young man that I debate with, I be beating up on him, but he still supports the channel. I be beating up on Kenneth Mann, but Kenneth Mann still come back, man. Thank you, Kenneth. And my guy, Mr. Henry, man, with that dollar holler, thank you, sir, for your consistent support. With Justin didn't even say nothing, just supporting the channel. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Henry. Thank you, Mr. Henry. Matias stops Hitchens in the third round. Hey, man, yes, that's if he don't like that, he ain't gonna like Hitchens. He may not like that boy. He may not like it. I gotta tell you, I think he may not like that. Hitchens may not like that, man. Hitchens may not like that. You gotta get a body attack, man. You gotta get a body attack. You gotta sit down on them shots, you know. Baby Monster, what's up, man? Say good morning, big dog. Shout out to you, man. What's up? That dude named Dave. What up, man? What up, that dude named Dave. Make sure y'all go subscribe to that dude named Dave. My favorite popular culture channel. Definitely subscribe, man. Get some of that good talk he gives. No joke, man. Very quick-witted, very quick, sharp-minded. I like that young man. Doing his thing too. Doing his thing in life. D for the win. What's up? You were going to talk about Devin? Yeah. Look, man. Devin fucked up. Free Palestine. Shout out to Palestine. Everybody, man, I know y'all suffering out there, man. It's terrible. It's terrible what's going on. Napoleon Worthy, how you doing, King? Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm doing well, man. Good to see you. Rodriguez, what's up? Yeah, Devin fucked up. Dog, man, y'all, hey, Truth Hurts, what's up? Man, y'all think I'm hating on Devin. I'm not. Dog, you're going to lose money trying to make all kind of money. Come on, man. It's a process, man. You can't skip it. You can't skip it. Oh, you think it's fire? Let me show y'all, man, for real. Here you go. This is what we do. We believe in that. We free and I talk bad to King because King a piece of shit. But, you know, definitely free Palestine, even though he don't care nothing about your Yemen slaves. Fucking ridiculous. Don't want to say nothing about that, though. Anyway, GM, I don't know what that is. Okay. Napoleon Worthy, thank you, brother. What's up? What's up, Cornelius Burnett? All right, so let me tell you how you fucked up. Okay. You're just trying to skip the line. Okay, you can't skip the line. You got to put in the work. There's no way that you can get out of putting in the work. All right. You're not Gervonta Davis. You're just not him. Sure, you're no bigger a name than Shakur Stevenson is. I don't care how many of your fans lie to you. You are no bigger than Shakur Stevenson is. You're no bigger name than him. Not a lick. You can't A-side. You are not any bigger a name than Shakur Stevenson is. And now watch. Shakur Stevenson is not a nobody. Shakur Stevenson is a big name fighter who's accomplished a lot. He was a 2-division champion, former unified champion. His numbers on ESPN were the same numbers that Devin Haney got. Matter of fact, his Shakur Stevenson's numbers were actually slightly higher than his. Slightly higher than Devin Haney's on the fights that took place where there was no pay-per-view. And in fact, they were higher for a lot of them because Devin was over there on DAZN. Stop what? I'm telling you the truth. You don't like it. I'm telling you the truth. He's no bigger name than Shakur Stevenson is. You can keep saying it until you're red in the face. He's not. He's not. He's not. And you're seeing it. Dude, undisputed and big name doesn't mean shit, dummy. I'm sorry, man. Brilliant wins. You're not brilliance if you don't pay attention. What does undisputed have to do with it? Josh Taylor was undisputed. He's not a big name either. Undisputed has nothing to do with it. And even former undisputed. But look, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Has nothing to do with it. Or very little to do with it. Gervonta Davis is not undisputed. Oh, yeah, you're a moron. Okay, I'm sorry. A wormhead? You're not only not intelligent, you don't even have a good sense of humor. You don't even have a good sense of humor. Wormhead? I mean, you can't come better than that? Wormhead? I mean, geez. Look, man, so anyway, back to speaking for reality here. What? You need power at the top of the game, and Hitchin don't have none of it. Hey, man, no, I mean, he got some power. That dude got a chin. I saw him rock that man's head back. Man, he didn't duck nobody. You out here living in it. You out here snorting that. You out there snorting that B Diddy. You out here snorting that B Diddy. You out here doing them B Diddy. You out here sniffing up that B Diddy pack. The old B Diddy. You know what I mean? Sipping on that juice. You out here sipping on that juice. He's content, though. He's content. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get that B Diddy off the tip of your nose. Look, man. Man, I don't care. I don't care what he said. Anyway, look, man. Look here, man. We're gonna put you on timeout, son, because look, son, you gotta be quiet, son. You gotta be quiet, bro. Okay, you gotta be shut the fuck up. Okay? You gotta shut the fuck up right quick. Wormhead? Like Wormhead? I don't get that, man. That shit ain't even fun, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Look, man, I've gotten tougher skin over the course of some years now. You know what I mean? Akilo Netter said, hey, Devin had the audacity to say they need to fight each other like he's Canelo. Says he doesn't even call out Tank. Forget the fake call outs. You have your team call Al, DHP, allergic to BBC. Akilo Netter in the building. Look, let's go over this dumbass move as we talk about Richardson Hitchens intermittently. Dog, Regis Prograis didn't get no back-end money. Regis Prograis did not get any back-end money. That's what Regis Prograis said too. Mill City Boxing. Shout out to Mill City Boxing. Shout out to the great Mill City Boxing. And shout out to the phenomenal one, that the big noob that sent me the video. And please, always send me these clips. Please. I am actively asking everybody out there, if you see a good clip, please send it to me. Please send it to me. Please clip it and send it to me. Please send it and clip it and send it to me. I didn't catch the Mill City with Regis. Yeah, you got to. You got to catch that. Look, so there was no back-end money for Regis, which means there was no back-end money for Devin. And if you guys tell that lie, well, Devin got back-end money and Regis didn't get money. No. That ain't how it works. You ain't getting no back-end money if the promoter don't get their money back. So since the promoter didn't make a profit, didn't get their money, that means Devin getting no back-end money. Guess what that means? That means Regis got $1.5 million. That means Devin got paid $1.5 million, which is a lot of money. Oh, you better believe if I could get $1.5 million, I'd be happy as man. I'd be as happy as y'all in that Diddy pack, in that B Diddy pack, as Thanos clan when they get that B Diddy pack. I would be just all kind of happy if I could get that money. However, word is on the street Shakur Stevenson got $3 million. $3 million to fight to Edwin De Los Santos. Oops. Now, if it is soon, if we assume that Shakur got that $3 million, that means Shakur Stevenson got 1.5, got as much money as Regis and Devin combined. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. That's why Devin got to take 55-45 for Ryan. I'm telling you, slow down, slow down. Oops. Slow down. Hey, baby, your hips are looking big. Wooly. Hey, baby, your hips is getting big. Grand Poobah. Y'all remember Grand Poobah? Man, I love Grand Poobah, man. That's one of my favorite rappers. Yeah. Hey, baby, your hips is getting big. Slow down. Boop, boop, boop. Gotta slow down. Hey, for not OG, who getting the 55 out of that? Ryan is. Hell yeah, I listen to hell yeah, I listen to, man, my brother loved the Rolling Stones. Yeah, I listened to the Rolling Stones in the 70s. Yeah, man, my brother loved the Rolling Stones. Yeah, matter of fact, I need to listen to some Rolling Stones today. I'm tripping, man. Dog, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. I did catch some things when I was around all them white people. AC/DC, I can't lie, dog. I kind of like AC/DC. I can listen to a little bit of Led Zeppelin. Man, look, brilliant. Shut your ass up. You dumb. You talking crazy, man. We got to move on from you. Okay? I didn't block your dumb ass. You're just a damn dummy. Okay? B. Diddy dancing around that 45. Dude, let me tell you something, bro. You got to switch that up. It's 45-55. It's 45-55. Devin got a 45-55 split. He didn't get a 55-45 split. Put them shits in order. He got a 45-55 split. 45-55. 45 for him, 55 for Ryan. Okay? Get that shit right. He did not get 55-45. He got 45-55. I saw y'all keep writing that shit trying to get slick. No. It's 45-55. Get it right. Devin got 45%. Ryan got 55. Ryan got the 55-45. Dog, and he didn't get no back end money. And read it, that's a flop. That's what you call a flop. That fight flopped. Regis Prograis versus Devin Haney flopped. It flopped, and it did not sell out. Now, stop lying so damn much. Stop lying so much. So we don't have to clown y'all asses. Every single solitary time something happens when you get caught in that lie y'all telling. Y'all keep making shit up because you keep thinking the world is what you want it to be instead of talking about the world the way that it is. Oh, somebody must be on meds. Oh, do you think that hurts my feeling, bozo? It does not. I am not on any medication. I'm on high blood pressure medicine, though. And my weight loss slowed down. So, and I know what it is. I was, living it up on them hamburgers. I was living it up on some hamburgers, double cheeseburgers. I was doing too much red meat. So I am about to stop that red meat, cut off my little bit of popcorn that I was eating. And then no worries, we're going to get back. And then I'm going to get off that high blood pressure medicine. That's my goal. Okay? Anyway. How many seats? Come on, man. Don't make me do this. Y'all are terrible people. Hey, man, I don't like you Haney fans, man. I can't lie. I don't like you Haney fans at all. Because you guys are such fucking frauds. You guys are such frauds. You're frauds. And you know you're frauds. Like, go look. Next time you look in the mirror, just look in the mirror and be like, you know what? Fanon knows I'm a fraud. And they keep pulling it out all the time, pause, that I'm a fraud. A dude called me a hater because I said I don't like to be lied to. Oh, yeah, they sold 100 tickets, picked up. They said, these ticket prices are dropping. You can't, they're all under $200 now. These ticket prices is dropping. They dropping 151. UA 151. They dropped these prices, these tickets to 151. What's up in here? Floor seats back down to, they got 2 listings, $10,000 seats. You out your goddamn mind. They got 2 seats out. They got a 23,000. Man, you tripping. Man, you out here. Somebody, man, they got a seat. This got to be a resale. Somebody trying to bought that damn ticket, thinking this shit was a Gervonta Davis fight. Somebody was trying. These got to be resale tickets. Man, somebody with a floor seat trying to sell a floor seat for $23,000. You must be out your goddamn mind. Anyway, these tickets are one. Yeah. They sell 100. They sold over 100 in the last 7 days. So yeah, dog, it's looking tough. I heard somebody said, I didn't watch the video and I didn't listen to it. Shout out to Boxing Ego, because I think I saw it on his just in the title, something about a hotel package, something like they're packaging, that they're going to give you a hotel package with the tickets. So the tickets are going to come along. Like if you stay at the Ramada in New Jersey, they'll throw in 2 tickets. Look, man. Hey, thank you, Kilo Netter. Look, man. Here's the thing. You all need to stop trying. You're not Gervonta. You're not Gervonta. That you've got to stop acting like you're somebody you're not. You can't keep spending money like the rich next door neighbors, okay? You can't keep putting on the fancy suits. Dog, we know you ain't really buying them damn chains too. Okay, we know it. We know it. You can't say you just spent $1 million on chains and jewels. Bro, you don't know. That math ain't mathing. That math ain't mathing. He said they selling Haney tickets on what's Schlinn and Remy? I don't know what that is. I don't know what Schlinn and Remy is, but I just saw the title of the video. So I'm just saying that's what I saw in the title of the video. I didn't listen to the video. Buying all that fake cubic, man. Nah, man. Dude, basically what he did is he put a bunch of chains on with the guy that's selling them. So the guy puts them on his neck, says, look what I got. Look what I got. And he probably paid him to do it. I don't know what would get somebody to do that. But come on, man. You ain't bought. Hey, I buy $1 million worth of jewelry every fight. You buy $1 million worth of jewelry every fight? Dog, no way. Can you afford to buy $1 million worth of jewelry every fight? Anyway. Man, they took them shits off. That man put that shit back in the box, and that dude left with that shit. He took it right off his body, put that right back in that box, and went on about his business with that. Never even, I don't believe none of that. He's not a pay-per-view attraction. So look, man, back to me preaching at you Devin Haney bums. Okay? Look, man, Devin is not the problem. You guys are the problem. Stop faking it. Oh, I'm sorry, T. Wells. T. Wells in the building. Oh, big $20 holler. You right. GM first. So let me say, Limos ain't win more than 3 rounds. Y'all were missing in body shots. GM in the building. Hey, I'll go back and look at it. Thank you, brother. And T. Wells with the big sponsorship. We got to put your name on the board, the big businessman out there, man. He said this video is sponsored by Wells Premium Services, LLC. For the unk of this boxing talk, now I can write off my super chats. Salute. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you have a business, absolutely you can. Marketing. Yes, it is. Every time I do a super chat, I can. Because I do a super chat and I'm like, hey, this is me marketing my channel. I'm going to other channels and letting people see my name. Says Fanon International Boxing. I talk to the people in the chat for a couple minutes. Pay the guy the money. Pay YouTube the money to do it. And there you go. Absolutely. And Premium Wells, Wells Premium Service LLC. What they do is they are institutional. They do institutional cleaning services. Cleaning services. Commercial cleaning company. Thank you. A commercial cleaning company. I'm going to put it on there too, bro, because I'm going to give you $5 credit because you're a business. So I'm going to put that up there, man. I'm going to give you credit. I'm going to give you credit, T. Wells, for that extra 5 to put you up there in the tie. Because I love the fact that you got a business. Paul Bunyan in the bill said a lot of people with HBP have low magnesium levels. ZMP will help you sleep, lower your blood pressure. That's the right diet and exercise. F the pills. Low magnesium levels. I don't have low magnesium levels, but I should go get. Actually, I was taking magnesium. I'm gonna go get the magnesium and actually let me order like 5 bottles of this crap so it can get here real quick. Hold on, let me go to my Amazon Prime account because you're right. I need to take magnesium. Give me 1 second because you're 100% right. You are absolutely right. All right, got it. Thank you, man, for the advice, Paul Bunny. Now, I just ordered my magnesium. You're correct. So I'm about to start taking that magnesium again. For now, did you see the confrontation between Shields and Alyssa? If so, who you think who you got if they get in the ring? Clarissa Shields by death. Clarissa Shields by absolute massacre. I got Clarissa Shields by other level massacre in that fight. Other level massacre. Thank you for that reminder, Paul Bunny. And I just ordered it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I needed to do that. I got off. I forgot. That's another thing. I also wasn't taking my supplements. So anyway, I need to get that. I got to get that fixed. But let's get back on this. Yeah, I got. I love Baumgartner, but Shields, and yeah, man, Shields is too big for her. I could just see them standing next to each other. She's too little. She's too little, and plus, she just talking too. Like Alyssa Baumgartner just talking, man. Like she's talking, just talking. Clarissa Shields do a lot of just talking too, but Clarissa Shields can really fight. They can both really fight, but Alyssa just too small. Shields a big girl. Shields a big girl. Shields is a big girl. Nah, man. Alyssa Baumgartner ain't no bum now. Alyssa Baumgartner can fight, man. Alyssa Baumgartner is a good fighter, man. You don't become the undisputed champion of the world if you can't fight. Ain't that right, Haney fans? They both do, man. They both are attractive people. Hey, man, Mr. McKinney, Daryl McKinney in the building. Thank you so much, sir, with the $25 holler. We got 3 people sponsored today with the big $25 holler. How you doing, sir? Hope you're feeling well this morning. Mr. McKinney, always a pleasure to talk to you. Call me anytime. Text me anytime. Always good. It's always good. Always good. Always good. We got multiple sponsors today. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Big $25 holler, brother. Thank you, man. Fantastic, Fanon. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. And seriously, man, anytime, Daryl. Anytime, man. You want to chop it up? As long as I, don't have like literally something I'm doing. And man, always text me, man. You can text me anytime. What's a good weight for them to fight at? They're not going to fight. Clarissa Shields is not 100 and whatever. Let me put it this way: whatever weight class Clarissa Shields wants that fight at. If it's in 154, she's fought at 154. If she wants it at 154, then they can have it at 154. I would love to say it. Then yeah, Clarissa's saying 154 to 154 it is. If it's 150, Clarissa Shields wants it at 154, 154 it is. They ain't trying to hear all of that. She ain't got to go down to 147, man. She too big for that. What do I think about Hitchens? I like Hitchens. I think Hitchens is a good fighter. I think it was a tough fight for him. He pulled it out and got the win. I didn't watch every single solitary round, but hey, man, like I said, man, there's certain things about boxing I'm not willing to do anymore. One of the things that I'm not willing to do is I'm not willing to sit there and continue to cry about every call. Because number one, I wish those announcers would just shut up. Like, it's impossible for them to do because that's their job. But Clarissa Shields encouraged somebody to do something. He said, "Oh, what are you doing? You're supposed to be." Did you hear that in the part in the fight where the announcer for the zone told Clarissa Shields that she can't root for Richardson Hitchens because it sounds like you're being biased or something. You're supposed to be neutral. And she was like, "Oh." I'm like, "Hold on, man. When are you all going to be neutral? When is the Latin snake going to be neutral? When are you going to be neutral? You don't sound neutral to me." Nah, Hitchens ain't garbage, man. He's a good fighter, man. That was a tough fighter he fought. That's a tough fighter that he fought. Yeah, I understand, Paul. Yeah. I'm not trying to do that. My dad had a stroke, so I'm not trying to fuck around. I got to get this body weight up off me. Man, whatever, man. He's a good fighter. That's what I think. Hey, but the problem comes when you keep trying to tell people who's winning the fight. You're not a judge. Everybody's disappointed. You get everybody so disappointed because you're convincing them about what you think happened. You got three. Oh, I think he won. Oh, I think that guy won. I think that guy won. You don't get a vote. You don't get a vote. How about you do? Because they didn't used to call fights like that. They didn't used to do that. Put all your opinions in that. Man, Dub Zeros, man, please don't get on my nerves. I didn't say anything about 117, 111. So why are you asking me if I'm serious? Did you hear me say something about 117, 111? No. So why are you asking me if I'm serious with 117, 111? I told you I didn't even score the fight. I watched the fights. I didn't even watch the entire fight. So I just got a sense of the fight. I watched the last 4 rounds, and I watched a couple rounds in the beginning, and I'm okay with it. I'll go back and watch it, but it's like, hey man, it went 12 rounds. It was jab, jab, grab, jab, jab, grab, jab, jab, grab. I got it. Jab, right hand grab. You know what I mean? I got it. If you think he won, that's cool. I don't mind that you thought he won. No problem whatsoever with that. You're not going to tell me that the guy that I saw fight is not a good fighter. Richardson Hitchens is a good fighter. He may not be Terrence Crawford, but that doesn't mean he's not a good fighter. You guys, all this my way or the highway crap. Like, either a guy is the greatest thing ever, or he's a bum. Like, man, you ain't got to give. You got nothing in between bum and all-time great. There's no middle ground between you're a bum and you're an all-time great? The boxing novice in the building. Thank you, brother. Said, peace to the chat. Coffee, bacon, and boxing. For sure. That's what we doing this morning. Except for no bacon for me. No bacon. No bacon for not. She said she was a 50-second 400-meter runner. Oh, that is highly unlikely. That is highly unlikely that she's a 50-second. 50-second as in she's in the like 58 seconds? Like she's 55 seconds? Something like that? Maybe 53 seconds? That's flying for her, but is she 50 seconds? Like 50 point? No. 50 point something? No. 50 point something? No. No, that's flying. 51 seconds on a stopwatch. Maybe on a stopwatch. Maybe on a stopwatch. 51 seconds. Maybe. She would have been better off. She'd be better off going to the Olympics in track and field. Because that means if she trained, she could get to 49. She'll make more money doing that than boxing. Yeah, with a stopwatch. Not with AccuTrack. If she could do that, she'd be better off running. And her build, that's tough. But hey, man, I wouldn't doubt that she could. I wouldn't doubt that she can definitely do something. But 51 seconds. That may be a split on a relay team. I ran the 400 meters. Yeah, I know. I ran the 400 meters, bro. That's tough. Like that's tough. Yeah, nah. Man, let me tell you something, man. 52 seconds for a woman is blazing. And I'm suspecting she's talking about high school. Okay? That's blazing. For a female, for a woman, that's blazing. 50 seconds, you're world class. 50 seconds, you are world class. I mean, dude, I'm talking world class. I mean, I'm talking about Olympic world class. Like, you're an Olympic. You are a threat to win the Olympics at 50 seconds. Okay? You're a threat to win the Olympics at you're a threat to win the Olympics as a female at 50 seconds. I think the world record is just a little bit below 50 seconds. Like maybe a 49. Like there's probably a handful of women ever that touch 49 seconds. You got to understand that, man. Like that's that'll get you blown out and honestly, that'll get you blown out in a high school. Like that's 49 seconds in a week conference is enough to win the boys high school in like a week, kind of like a week conference. It ain't going to come nowhere near state. But like a very, very good high school boys time is like at 46. If you're 47 seconds and below in high school, you're fast as shit for a boy. Okay. You're fast as shit for a boy at 47 seconds. 46 seconds, you'll be leaving people looking crazy at 46 seconds. 47.6 is fast. That's for a boy, that's fast. Yeah, okay, 47, there's probably a handful of women. There's a handful of women running that shit. 47, that's going to win. That's not going to get you state. Yeah, bro, 48-2, you're number 4 all time. at a 48-2. Let me see where the 50 flat gets you. Yeah, 49 seconds. You're top 100 all time at a 49.96. You're all time. You're top 100 all time. Dude, you're top 500 all time with a 51. She ain't run no damn 51. That's that in the 400 meters, 51.3 is a top 500 all time races. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way. All right. There ain't no way. Fastest high school time right now is 50.69. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening, brother. That ain't happening. So y'all can chill on all of that. All right, it's link time. Put this link in here in case one of y'all want to chop up and argue me about this. Hey, look, for real though. I know y'all don't like this, but you have to understand this right now. That Regis Prograis, the record for high school girls is 49.17. Yeah, them girls, man, that's flying for a girl. Man, these new girls ain't flaming. I'm talking about the records right now. I'm talking about the records right now. We talking about the records right now. And girls ain't running that like they ain't running like that. I mean, they're not doing that like. And by the way, they're also, by the way, training in that shit full time. They, you know what I mean? Oh, all time Olympic is what? Look, man, I just know she ain't running that, bro. Look, these new generation of kids, Clarissa Shields ain't a new generation of kid. And I'm looking at the world record right now. You're all time, man. Anyway, you ain't trying to hear that, man. Look, man, of course they were doping. They're doping now. Yeah, she ain't no new, man. Look, these human girls ain't, man. You know when I'm going to believe it? When somebody beats the long jump record. Become a better long jumper than Carl Lewis, and then I'm going to believe that it ain't related to the turf. Okay? It's also related to whatever it is they're running on. Because what are they running on? That also makes a big difference with these times. What are they running on versus what were they running on in the 1980s? But anyway, I don't want to talk about track and field. I really don't. Yeah, you know that they were juicing. But anyway, like I said, man, I ain't trying to talk about Clarissa Shields all day. Who you got between Beterbiev and Bivol? I got Beterbiev. Beterbiev. She can keep calling her a drug cheat. Hey, man, she got off the hook. It is what it is. She got off the hook. No suspension kept her thing, so it is what it is. Floyd Mayweather's prime fight, I mean, I don't know. Between Floyd and Crawford, give me Floyd. Give me Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather's a better fighter than Terrence Crawford is, but they're not the same size. I don't believe that they're really the same size. But Terrence Crawford can fight, man, for sure. I'm not putting him over. I'm not putting him over Floyd. And plus, he hasn't beaten the same level of fighters that Floyd has. Floyd proved it. Floyd proved it. It may not have been, available for Terrence Crawford to prove that, but Oh, but Turbiev's definitely going to catch him. Who has more power? I don't know. They both have a lot of power. Floyd will knock your ass out. Floyd got a lot of power too. Floyd can punch. I don't know. I don't know, man. There's some smoke in the mirrors. There's some smoke and mirrors around Bud. Ain't no smoke and mirrors around around Terrence. Ain't no smoke and mirrors around. Ain't no smoking around Floyd. Ain't no smoke and mirrors around Floyd. Floyd beat way. Yeah, Floyd was a KO artist at 130. Floyd at 130. I'm not giving Terrence Crawford a win over Floyd at 147 either. Not giving him that win. Sorry. No. I'm not giving him no win over. I'm not giving him a win over Floyd at all. If Floyd can beat Canelo Alvarez at 154, I'm not giving Terrence Crawford. I'm not giving Terrence Crawford that at 147 either. He can beat Manny Pacquiao at 147. I'm not giving Terrence Crawford that. Because I don't know what Terrence Crawford's going to do with that juiced up with that cranked up ass Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao ain't no joke, man. Manny Pacquiao ain't no joke, man. Manny Pacquiao was serious business. I may favor Terrence Crawford over Manny Pacquiao. Maybe. I'm not playing with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's name like that. Man, Terrence Crawford wasn't dodging anybody. He wasn't signed by a major promoter. So he wasn't signed with a major promoter originally. I don't think Terrence Crawford was dodging anybody. You're high. He would have beat the brakes off Manny Pacquiao and knock him off. Knock him out. That's real easy to say. That's real easy to say. That's easy to roll off your lips. Real easy to roll off your lips that he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao like that. No, he's just going to beat him up and stop him. You talking about like a 30-year-old Manny Pacquiao? Okay. All right. Hey, man, I can't keep asking, man. Come on, man. I'm not going to keep doing that, Sean. He was when he re-signed with Top Rank, in my opinion. Look, I'm just telling you. I'm not putting him over Floyd Mayweather. I'm sorry. I don't care if he punches harder or not. I'm not putting him over. Does he punch harder than Manny Pacquiao? No. So no, I'm not giving him Manny, just whatever, man. Do what y'all want. You're not gonna convince me. You're not gonna convince me of that shit. Whatever. You do you. Too bad we'll never see. Man, look, Floyd and Floyd Mayweather Jr., Terrence Crawford may disappoint you too. I don't know what y'all think Terrence Crawford is. I don't know what you think Floyd Mayweather is. You guys vacillate between overrating people and underrating people. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's the great, like, God dog, man. Many guys none of them dudes beating Floyd. Sean Porter ain't beating Floyd. Danny Garcia ain't beating Floyd. Errol probably ain't beating Floyd. Thurman ain't beating Floyd. Ugas damn sure ain't beating Floyd. I mean, it's Floyd. Damn. I ain't trying to hear it, man. I mean, look, man, we'll never know. For number one, we'll never know. Number one, we will never know. And number two, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Man, Marcus McDonald lost to Floyd Mayweather twice. Marcus McDonald lost to him twice. I ain't trying to hear that, man. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit, man. Okay? I'm not trying to hear that shit, man. Like, everybody's better than Ali until they lose. You fuck around and get Terrence Crawford losing to Madmarov or some shit like that. He get caught and y'all forget all about him. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not saying they're Floyd haters. I mean, it's whatever it is, man. You just on something right now. I'm not getting, man. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a great fighter. Terrence Crawford's a great fighter. I'm not taking Terrence Crawford over Floyd. Sorry. This shit's not happening for me. He's not landing all that shit on Floyd. It's going to be very difficult for him to hit him. Okay? It's going to be very difficult for him to hit him. So, nah. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, what are you going to do with a guy you can't hit? He's not a volume puncher. He's not getting out of the way of everything, Floyd. I'm not doing it, bro. Not doing it. Y'all do that if y'all want. Y'all do that. I'm not interested in it. First of all, because they're never going to fight, man. So I will never know. We'll never know. No, I think Jermaine Taylor retired too late. What's going on, Dallas Roguemore? Man, dude, Terrence Crawford ain't guaranteed to beat a 154-pound Canelo. Terrence Crawford right now ain't guaranteed to beat a 154-pound Canelo Alvarez. Then, that Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford is not guaranteed to get that win off that guy. I don't know what, man, dude. I don't know what part of Canelo you don't get. I don't know what part of Manny Pacquiao you don't get. Of Juan Manuel Marquez you don't get. Of Oscar De La Hoya you don't get. I don't understand. I don't understand why y'all don't know who they are. Man, everybody gives people a run. I ain't trying to hear that, man. Look, man, y'all trying to blow my fun today. I wanted to rub stuff in the face of Devin Haney fans. I got up here in the mood to rub it in your faces. Okay? I thought I was going to get a caller. Okay? I thought I was going to get a caller that I know is going to explain to me exactly how Devin Haney is the B-side to the B-side, and he was not a B-side to the B-side because he wanted to be. He's the B-side to the B-side because his fight flopped. And now we got proof that his fight flopped. Man, these people, there's people thought that McGregor was, I ain't even counting McGregor. Like, look, man, that dude, Pawn ain't trying to talk about no dumb shit. That dude was lying to begin with, his racist ass. Was lying. We jumped up here just lying. Oh, man, and man, why y'all telling these stories about 200,000 pay-per-view buys for Devin? Can we please stop that 200,000 pay-per-view buy stuff now? Ain't no way that they did 200,000 pay-per-view buys and didn't get any back-end money. Ain't no way. And I got this guy on Twitter. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to. You're a hater. People on it literally telling you to your face. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. So why are you calling somebody that's telling the truth a hater? Well, he's telling the truth. If it wasn't him saying it, he's saying it though. So that's hating. It's hating. It's hating because you said it. Shamir Ogden in the building said Floyd beat him and made it look easy. Bud is great, but Floyd's display against top Hall of Fame competition can't be denied. Look, man. Look, it's Floyd, man. I ain't trying to hear that, man. You know what I mean? I'm giving Floyd his flowers, man. I'm giving Floyd his flowers. If Bud naturally weighed the same as Tank on fight night and fought him, he would be in the fight of his life to avoid being knocked out. Look, man, I'm going to tell you, man, Terrence Crawford can fight his ass off, and Gervonta Davis can fight his ass off too. Gervonta Davis is a nasty man. Serious. What's going on, Bruce Gas? Seriously underrated fighter. Seriously underrated fighter. Seriously underrated fighter, Gervonta Davis. This is going to be a good fight coming up in July or June. Is it June? It's man. I am really looking forward to it. Fanad, I just seen Kareem Moten yesterday. He's like a crump fighter named Bernard Mays. He had everybody's number. He passed away early. Rest in peace. Oh, yeah, you saw the fight because they aired it. I'm going to watch that later on today. Oh, man, that's what them dudes do. Thank you, Shamir Ogden, for the support, man. Thank you, Shamir Ogden. Thank you for sponsoring the chat, man, and keeping color in the chat, man. It's necessary, it's needed, and it's appreciated. Don't start that tank and buzz stuff, man. They try to do. Let me tell you something, man. You guys need to hand pick your fighters better. You guys got to pick you got to pick your fighters better. I can't believe y'all out here trying to sell tank. You out here trying, man. God dog, y'all out here trying to do stuff, man. Hold on one second. Hey, man, thank you, Mr. Bremer. Said Buzz best win is EJ. They say he's not even that good. Much love in that super chat. Yeah, but that's honestly, man, there's something look like something was wrong with Arrow. So that's, you got to kind of throw your hands up on that one a little bit. Much love in that super chat, brother. You got to throw your hands up a little bit with that one. But at the same time, man, it doesn't matter. Hey, dude. Manny, Canelo, De La Hoya, Corrales. What's that other man's name? Castillo, Juan Manuel Marquez, Zab Judah. Dude, Chop Corley. God dog. Awkward ass southpaw Chop Corley. Awkward ass southpaw Chop Corley. Cotto. I mean, it's a lot, man. There's a lot there. It's a lot there. Yeah, I mean, Maidana, yeah. I mean, Maidana's name is really Maidana because Maidana fought him, but, Mosley, it's a lot, man. Yeah, something was off, man. He definitely looked something like something was off with him, but it is what it is. Floyd fought a bunch of champions and got that. Hey, man, yeah, I mean, Ricky Hatton, I'm so on Ricky Hatton. But the fact of the matter is, Floyd just has an incredible career. He just has an incredible career. And so, no, I'm not taking Terrence Crawford over him. I don't think Terrence Crawford is as good a fighter as him. I just don't think he's as good as he is either. Like, not only do I'm not taking him, I don't think he's as good as him. Don't think so. I mean, and that's just the naked eye test, but Dallas Roguemore said, I feel like they're downplaying Frank Martin to take away from Gervonta's competition, no doubt. But look, man, as soon as he lands a punch, trust me, what's going to happen in the Gervonta Davis fight with Frank Martin, as soon as Frank Martin gets in the ring, Gervonta Davis is going to be down 4 rounds. They're going to give Gervonta Davis they're going to give Frank Martin every single solitary round that Gervonta Davis doesn't knock him down in. I'm still because I watched the fight that took place between Gervonta and Mario Barrios. I would have sworn, based on what I heard about that fight, that Mario Barrios was dominating Gervonta Davis, and then Gervonta Davis just got a knockout and saved himself in that fight. Then I actually watched the fight. When I actually watched the fight, there was no truth to that whatsoever. Gervonta Davis was definitely winning that fight. Definitely winning that fight. One of the best boxing displays I've seen in a while out of Gervonta Davis, out of anybody. Mr. Brimmer said, meaning don't discredit EJ and try to say Bud a great. Oh, I get you, brother. I get you. Thank you so much, man. Like the fight. Now I was ringside for the fight with Leo Santa Cruz. I could tell how he was starting to put it on Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz is so busy. Leo Santa Cruz can fight too, man. Like Leo Santa Cruz is in all the different styles, man. Leo Santa Cruz style is so much different than Mario. Like, think about how many people, how many different styles of fighters, Gervonta Davis is beaten. He's beaten southpaws, orthodox fighters. He's beaten come forward fighters. He's beaten back foot fighters. He's beaten fighters that were much taller than him, shorter than him, multiple weight classes of doing it. Man, he's walked people down. He's knocked people out on the back foot. Dude has done it, man. He's done it like the guy's a boxing savant, man. The guy's a boxing. Yeah, he did. I agree with that, Asante. Yeah, he didn't want that Gary Russell smoke. I agree with that. I agree 100% with that. Well, look, Frank Martin can fight, man. I just think Frank Martin may be a little green. Frank Martin's going to have the issue with that. He was in that. This going to be the first time he's in the under the bright lights, and that's going to be a big fight, man. It's a big fight. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't think he made him look like he's just a lot bigger. He's just a lot bigger than Gary Russell. Man, I don't think he made him look like easy work. He got dropped. Yeah, he may knock him out. Mike in the building. What's up, Mike? Mike says, Hitchens talk too much. He's not that good, easy to beat, good enough to beat any of the top 140s. Yeah, he is. I think he's good enough to beat some of the top 140s. I think he's good enough. I'm going to tell you right now, dog, I'm going to be definitely do not want to see him fight Devin Haney. That would be the most Lord have mercy boring ass fight. He fought the type of fight that he needed to fight against that guy, man, because that guy was a good fighter, man. That was like almost like a ringer. That's almost like a ringer. Why do you think Tank didn't want Gary Russell smoke? They've never been at the weight class. And I'm not saying Tank didn't want it. I'm talking, he said Leo Santa Cruz didn't want Gary Russell Jr. And I'm not saying Tank didn't want it. Tank and him are not at the same weight class. Tank was at 126 very early in his career. I said that Leo Santa Cruz didn't want Gary Russell Jr. Neither did Abner Mares. Neither did Ricky. Neither did Carl Frampton, none of those guys wanted him, man. Hey, man, where's Upper Echelon, man? I haven't seen Upper Echelon. Oh, no worries, Jason Fewell. I want to see Lemos versus Pitbull. Yeah, that would be a great fight, man. Yeah, I like Lemos, man. I mean, honestly, man, I got a new fighter that I'm gonna watch. He's like a 140. He's like a smaller version of Brian Castano. Tough fighter, man. Them Argentine fighters are tough, man. Yeah, they're tough, man. For now, why do you think Gary Russell's career stalled? Because unlike Devin Haney, people were actually not wanting to fight him. Unlike Devin Haney, who they just make the shit up about, people were actually ducking Gary Russell Jr. Actually didn't want to fight him. And he didn't take but one fight a year. He could have been more active, though. You know, I would have he's kind of like the same way that Errol Spence is. Like Errol only wants big name fights. He only wants hard fights. So same thing for Gary Russell Jr., but Gary couldn't get the fights. So the only thing Gary could do was get a mandatory because nobody else would fight him. You know? I didn't say Lomachenko ducked him. I said people ducked him. I named 3 people that did. 3 champions in the same division that refused to unify with him. Carl Frampton, Abner Mares, Leo Santa Cruz. All 3 of them. All of them refused. After that, more people refused. Like Josh Warrington refused. Like Josh Warrington. Add Josh Warrington to that mix. And you had people actually talking about Josh Warrington was the number 126 pounder, not Gervonta, not Gary Russell Jr. They had no interest in fighting that guy. Keith Thurman is more inactive. You got to slow down, Sean. You got to slow down, homie. You got to slow down. You're talking to me. I said people didn't want to fight him. Then you responded to me and said, Loma didn't do it, so you are contradicting what I said. Very obvious that you are contradicting what I said. You brought him an example of somebody that didn't avoid him. Thank you very much. I know what you said. I know I didn't say that you said I said it. Asante said, good boxing talk today. Thank you, man. Yeah, it is. Keith is prone to injury. Yeah, he is. I mean, it is what it is, though, man. You know, Keith Thurman, I'm looking forward to seeing what Keith Thurman does next. I'm still Team Thurman. Just so you know, I'm still Team Thurman all day. Still Team Thurman. Hey, man, he did what he needed to win that fight, man. Hey, Marianne Bell, thank you so much for that support, putting that color in the chat. Marianne Bell said, happy Sunday, Fanon. Thank you so much, and happy Sunday to you. LL Music. So it's Fanon, it's so funny because these fanboys are out here saying Tank fights against the same styles and Haney fights against different styles BS. Styles BS. Tank fought against all kind of people with different styles. Peter the Great, how can I help you?
Yo, what's good, Unc?
I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I was want to talk about this Frank Martin shit, man. Now look, man. I think Frank a good fighter, man. I think he's a good little decent fighter, man. But we gotta stop at this always some type of world beater type of champion. I'm like, man, come on, bro. Like, he's 30, he ain't really fight nobody yet, though, bro.
What?
He's still a prospect. In my opinion.
Who's a prospect?
Frank Martin. He ain't fight nobody.
Frank Martin beat Michelle Rivera.
Oh, come on. Come
What?
on, man. Come on, now, look.
Junior. Hey, look, first of all, you can say for nine, don't call me Unc no more. Second of all, because you're using it as an insult. So you can chill all that Unc shit. If you want to call me something, call me by my name. That dude is, and you can call me Fanon, you can call me Martin.
All right, for sure.
So Frank Martin is ranked number 3 in the WBC. He's a prospect. He's not a prospect, he's a contender.
All right, why didn't fight Shakur then?
How's he going to fight Shakur?
They offered him to fight Shakur, huh?
No, they didn't. Shakur got a fight on July.
No. They offered him to fight Shakur, I think, like way back in 2023, but he declined that fight. He ducked that fight.
What are you talking about? You just making shit up? They never offered, Bob Arum never offered Gervonta Davis a fight with Shakur.
No, I'm talking about Shakur and Frank.
That's so what? What does that got to do with Gervonta fighting him?
I'm saying, hey, look, I'm saying he ducked Shakur, man. Hey,
what difference does that make?
For a payday, though. Like,
what does that make? So what? That doesn't make him a prospect because he didn't fight Shakur. You think he would have been a better fighter if he fought Shakur?
I mean, resume-wise, yeah, I think it would have been better if he would have fought Shakur.
I mean, of course, he'd be the WBC champion if he beat
resume-wise, he would have beat Shakur. You know, maybe on his resume. I don't like how folks want to hype Bird Whoop and shit just because he's fighting Tank.
Hype him up just because he's fighting Tank? People have been talking about Frank Martin for the last several years.
Shit, I ain't hear shit about no damn Frank, man. So I know Frank.
Yes, you did, because he was the mandatory for Shakur. How could you not have heard nothing about him? If he can be the mandatory for Shakur, clearly he's a contender, right?
Okay, yeah. If he's a mandatory,
so therefore he's not a prospect. So therefore he's not a prospect.
He completely skipped that, right?
If he's good enough to fight Shakur, if he's good enough to fight Shakur, then he's good enough to fight Gervonta.
Shit, good enough. Shit, I guess so, man. I mean, hey. We gonna see though. We gonna see in June. We gonna see for sure, man. We gonna see, man. Shit, if you really contender or not, we gonna see. Shit.
So what is it gonna take for him to be a contender? For you to consider him a contender? What needs to happen on that day in order for him to be considered a contender?
I mean, if he somehow survives and beats Tank, I mean, yeah. And I probably give him his credit though. I mean, shit. I mean, you know.
So he'll be a contender if he beats Tank?
I mean, yeah. I mean, Tank, I mean, to take that belt and, take that belt from Tank, I mean, shit, I mean,
so then you can, let me listen to what I'm saying carefully. If, in order for him to be considered a contender, he has to beat Gervonta Davis.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. You want to change that?
I mean, he ain't fighting nobody. Shit.
Sir, if he beats Gervonta Davis, he'll be the champion. He won't be a contender. Yeah. So he having to beat.
He'll be good in my he'll be officially good in my eyes for sure. If he beats Tank, I'll give Frank his credit.
Good. So the only way somebody can be good that Tank fights is if they beat Tank. But if they don't beat Tank, then they're not good.
I mean, looking at resume, looking at resume, I don't really see him fighting nobody else though.
Sir,
just off resume.
So you're telling me that in order to be for you to consider somebody to be a good fighter, they have to beat Tank to be a good fighter.
I'm not saying I'm saying that guy beat somebody on that elite level. He hasn't beaten no one on the elite level yet. He ain't fought Shakur. He ain't fighting. You're not even to fight Tank. Tank killer though. But he ain't fighting nobody elite.
Who's Tank? Who do you think Tank has fought at an elite level?
I think he fought, Barrientos.
Who?
Mario Barrientos, what's the name?
Who?
It's just Santa Cruz and shit. I don't know. So Tank really ain't. I mean, Tank good. Get me wrong. Tank, Tank cold. I fuck with Tank, man. I mean, bro. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I think take elite.
Come on, man. This is not. You're not. This is not working.
But he fought like on elite fighter like Shakur, Haney, and guys like that. I don't think so.
Here's the problem, man. If you ask somebody, if I ask you, who did Shakur Stevenson fight that's elite? They're going to say nobody. I ask people who Gervonta Davis fought that's elite, they say nobody. So, but they're elite, even though they never fought anybody. How can Gervonta be elite if he never fought anybody, if you have to beat somebody that's elite to be considered elite? Devin Haney's never beaten anybody that's elite. Right? So,
come on, champion, right?
Yeah, but so what? Here's the thing. He's a good fighter. Why don't you look at what he does in the ring? He's a southpaw. He's got good power. He can box. He's the number 3 rated guy in the WBA. He's the highest available guy to fight in the WBA. Lomachenko is obviously not, because Lomachenko fought to somebody that never beat that he lost to Teofimo Lopez. So how can you be elite?
Because he was an elite fighter, right?
Dog, let me tell you something, man. Stop that elite stuff. That shit is just some fucking buzzword people use. Okay? That's just some word that people use. Man, look, if you are a world champion, you are definitely elite, because there's only 4 of them in a weight class, and sometimes only 1 or 2 in a weight class. Maybe you're in the top upper percentage in that weight class. This catch-all phrase where, oh, he's a good fighter. He's not elite. What is elite? Top 3 fighters in all of boxing?
I say a champion. A champion is elite.
Then, dude, an
elite fighter? It's a champion.
Look, man. Frank Martin you're going to see a fight with Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis. How about you just enjoy it? Because it's probably going to be a good fight, and there's a high chance.
For sure, man.
There's a high likelihood the man might get knocked out. Okay, but I'm not hyping up Frank Martin beyond what Frank Martin already deserves. Frank Martin is an excellent fighter. He is. And he's going to get a shot at the championship. And then after that, people are going to say he's a bum, like always. It's the same thing. But the elite, that's just a buzzword, man. It's just a buzzword. Doesn't really mean anything. Gervonta Davis is fighting a guy that's ranked number 3 in his division. He's an undefeated fighter. If you're okay with Devin Haney fighting Ryan Garcia, you should have no problem. You're not. What's fine. You're not okay. I don't have a problem with it. I know what
Ryan the bum. I think Ryan the bum, man.
I mean, Ryan's not a bum.
No, he's a bum. He's not a contender though, bro. He ain't no fucking champion. It's like when the Tank fought me. He ain't no.
You said he's not a contender because he's not a champion.
What's up?
You said he's not a contender because he's not a champion?
No. I said he's not a contender or a champion.
He absolutely is a contender.
Fuck, like, ain't no fucking contender, man. That's how he contender.
He's a contender because he's fighting for the belt. He's a contender because he's fighting for the belt. He also beat some good fighters. The dude beat. Yes.
Man.
He beat Luke
Campbell.
Man. He beat Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell is an Olympic gold medalist. He's a good fighter. He also beat Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna is a former world champion and a good fighter, an awkward, difficult fighter.
Man,
Ryan Garcia just got done knocking out. He just got done knocking out Duarte and looked good against Duarte. The man got 1 loss, man.
You should look good in that last fight. Hey, I was there. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. Ryan didn't look too good in that fight, though. I ain't gonna lie. Even though he got the knockout, he looked like shit in that fight, man. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I was there, man.
He looked like shit before he knocked the guy out?
Yeah, man, that shit. I mean, look. It happened just like when you said, just like other people say, Tank was losing a fight or some shit like that. That they'd be knocking nigga out. It happens,
You cannot point. First of all, you cannot point to a single solitary fight where Gervonta Davis was losing the fight and he knocked a guy out. That never happened.
No. I'm making an example. If Tank was losing a fight, right? You knocked the nigga out. Everything is cool.
Never. That's never happened.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm making an example. I'm not saying it did happen. I'm making an example, bro. I'm saying if it did happen,
but it didn't happen.
Look.
Can you come up with an example where it did happen and not where it didn't happen?
Okay,
Because then we can go to something where it did happen. Okay. All right. Deontay Wilder was losing to Luis Ortiz, and then he knocked out Luis Ortiz. Could be an example.
Yeah. Something like that.
Right, and he knocked him out. So at the end of the day, dude, you won the fight. You proved that happens. You get a knockout. That just shows you that he was able to pull it out when he needed to. And honestly, I don't agree with you. It looked to me like Ryan tried to sucker the dude into starting to get aggressive. And then Ryan was actually thinking in there. Where Ryan was going at him, the dude was being elusive. And then Ryan said, okay, and he stood right there with him, threw some body shots at him, slipped some shots, and his shoulder, his Philly, whatever you call it, his Philly shell didn't look the best. His shoulder roll didn't look the best. And then the dude wound up getting aggressive, and Ryan caught his ass and knocked him out.
Okay. But look, is Ryan is Ryan an elite fighter though? That's the question.
No, I'm not gonna. I already told you I don't want to talk about that. Is that elite stuff? Like, I don't even know how you quantify that elite. You mean like top 5 boxers? If you define elite as one of the top 5 boxers in the world,
like elite is like
Devin's not elite.
Like they beat champions and they became champions.
They beat champions and they became champions.
Yeah,
that's elite.
Yeah, Devin's elite. Cio's elite. Lomachenko, he's one point elite.
You think Isaac Cruz is elite?
Huh?
So Isaac Cruz is an elite fighter?
I won't call him an elite fighter, not yet.
Why? He did exactly what you said. He beat a champion and became a champion. So therefore he should be elite.
No, I said champions.
He beat a champion.
No. I said beat champions.
So you gotta beat champions. You gotta beat more than one?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Josh Taylor is an elite fighter.
I mean, you beat champions, right?
Yeah, he beat multiple champions.
I mean,
dude, you know how many people we can say that about? How big the elite category gets then? It's huge. It's absolutely huge. There's almost an elite fighter in every single solitary weight division. Multiple elite fighters in multiple weight classes. That would mean that Jose Pedraza is an elite fighter. Jose Pedraza is an elite fighter. Leo Santa Cruz is an elite fighter. Who else is an elite? O'Shaquie Foster. O'Shaquie Foster, I do believe, is an elite. Well, no, is he beating multiple? I don't know if he has. Teofimo Lopez is an elite fighter. Shakur Stevenson is an elite fighter. I do believe Regis Prograis is an elite. Yeah, Regis Prograis is an elite fighter. Who else is an elite fighter? Teofimo Lopez is an elite fighter. I do believe Jose Ramirez would be an elite fighter. Errol Spence is definitely an elite fighter. Terrence Crawford's an elite fighter. Keith Thurman is an elite fighter. Danny Garcia is an elite fighter. Sean Porter is an elite fighter. Jermell Charles is an elite fighter. Jared Hurd is an elite fighter. Lara is an elite fighter. I do believe that would make J-Rock. J-Rock may be an elite fighter.
Probably, for sure.
Dude, that's like, God dog. That's a lot, bro. So can we narrow that shit down a little bit? Can we break something? Jamal's an elite fighter. Callum Smith is an elite fighter. Billy Joe Saunders is an elite fighter. Bivol is an elite fighter. Beterbiev is an elite fighter. God dog, man, we can keep going and going and going and going and going. We can keep going and going and going with all these elite fighters, man. If you say that's, dog, can we just not do that? How about we just don't do that? Because that's just I'm telling you, it's just a word people throw at people. Caleb Plant. Did Caleb Plant beat multiple world champions?
I think I think he did. Yeah, because he fights against the Canelo, become undisputed and shit, right?
No, he has to beat him. He lost to Canelo.
Okay, no, you're not.
He has to beat him. So look, man, let's come on, man. And here's something else, bro. What if do you ask when you beat them, do you become elite? Or were you already elite when you did it?
I don't say, okay, look, it's like, It's a mixture of resume wise and who you beat as well.
Listen to me. What came first, the chicken? What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Does a fighter become elite the day he wins? That means he was elite, or did he just prove that he was elite?
I mean, he proved it.
Right. So proving it is different than saying that you're not that. So he very well could be that. You just don't know it. If Frank Martin comes out there and beats Gervonta Davis, he just proved that he was elite. He was elite before he got in the ring. You just didn't know it. So you can't tell me that he's not elite. Listen, you can't.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, exactly. I mean, we don't really know.
You may not know whether he's elite or not, but you can't say he's not elite. He's never lost.
Look. I think Frank's a great, good fighter. I think he's a good fighter. But like I said, we talking about like elite, like nigga, if you a champion at that level, though, if you a motherfucking, Loma, Tank,
you cannot,
are you one of those top guys? They can go against any of the champions.
You can't tell me.
And is Frank one of those top guys that they go toe to toe with any of those guys? I don't know.
Frank Martin is probably one of the top. Frank Martin is probably a top 6 lightweight. Somewhere around top 6 lightweight. Probably 6. Tank. You got Tank. You got Lomachenko. You got Shakur. Tank, Lomachenko, Shakur. Frank Martin.
He's number 4 on your list?
Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis, Zepeda. I would say Frank Martin is probably in the top 6, no less than the top 7 in that division.
I said about top 2. So I think I got Keyshawn above him though.
Why? Why would you have Keyshawn Davis above him? Keyshawn Davis ain't beat nobody. Keyshawn Davis is not beating anybody.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look. They're both good prospects.
Keyshawn Davis is not beating anybody. If anybody is a prospect, it's Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah, they're both
Keyshawn Davis has like 11 fights or some shit like that.
Yeah, Frank Martin 18 just got some more.
Yeah, but he's beating Michelle Rivera.
Plus, he's older too, though.
Doesn't matter if he's older or not. What difference does it make how old he is?
He's got more fights under his belt now, so he's older.
What difference does it make? He turned pro later. Look, man, you gotta do whatever you gotta do, bro. I'll holler back at you, Junior. Peace. Older does not mean better. That's that dumb shit y'all try. You always try to find some. That's another little cheap thing people do. Oh, he was this old. He's that old. Dude, there are fighters that start at 18 that are done at 25. Go, Kobe. How can I help you? You're on mute. Go, Kobe.
I said, what's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Man, why you up there talking to that silly man? Man, that man don't know what he's talking about, man. I seen you over there running you crazy, man. I seen your hair growing more gray and longer. I said, man, let me hear you a bit. Help fan on out, man. Cause this man right here talking about
that was pretty easy. I didn't have a hard time. I was cool with that conversation, really. He seemed like as soon as he stopped calling me Unc, like I was good as soon as he stopped calling me Unc.
Yeah, but he want I don't know. But and you see, hey, I know you probably talked about it already. I didn't see it. I just got on live. Hey, what do you think about what's the name about Devin taking less money from fighting Ryan?
Oh, that's because his last fight flopped. Basically, what happened was, let me tell you what I think about it. We'll see. What happened was, Regis Prograis came out and said, "Shout out to Louisiana." Regis Prograis, one of your Creole brothers, was out there talking about how he didn't get no back end money. He didn't get no back end money off that fight with Devin because the fight didn't do well.
Dang.
Since the fight,
bad?
since the fight didn't do well, that means Devin didn't get no back end money. So basically, Devin is coming up off of a flop into a pay-per-view with a guy whose last pay-per-view did 1.2 million pay-per-views. So basically what happened is he didn't have no choice but to take 45% from Ryan Garcia, because if he had asked for 50-50, he wouldn't have got the fight. And he was probably lucky to get, and he was probably, and the only reason he probably got 45% instead of 40 was because he held the belt. If he didn't hold the belt, he probably wouldn't even have got that.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's what I think about.
Why everybody be hating on Tank, man? I've seen people in the company be hating on Tank. I don't know why they be hating on Tank for. Tank, he the real deal. I don't know why they get mad at Tank. Talking about he don't be fighting nobody. He fought everybody. He fought for more belts than Devin Haney. Like, he fought more champions than Devin Haney.
I do believe that is true.
Now that's fact. I already seen that shit like the other day. I think he and then he fought like a lot of undefeated fighters too. Like
I mean, he wasn't undefeated.
I mean, what's his name?
No, yes, he beat Ryan. Was undefeated. Ryan was undefeated. Let me see if the last fight, several fights he had. Well, look, the next guy he's fighting is undefeated in Frank Martin. The last guy he fought, who was Ryan Garcia, was undefeated. The guy before that, who was Hector Garcia, was undefeated. Before that was, I do believe it was Isaac Cruz he fought. Or no, it was Rolly that he fought. Rolly was undefeated. Isaac Cruz, I don't know. I think Isaac Cruz may have had a loss.
He had lost one fight. I think.
I think he lost like one early in his career.
Mario was undefeated too.
Yeah, Mario Barnes is undefeated. Leo Santa Cruz is not undefeated.
I mean, the other dude, the Puerto Rican, Pedraza, whatever that name,
Pedraza was undefeated when he beat Pedraza. Yeah,
like 22-0 when he fought Tank.
So yeah, there's a lot of undefeated going on that resume. But you know what it is, man. They just kind of hurt, man. It's all right. Hey, I got a guy right behind you, brother.
All right. Hey, you see that Be Alive earlier though?
What?
You see Be Alive earlier with on one of Tank fans?
Earlier today?
Yeah, that shit was so funny.
Nah, what happened?
You gotta go check. Nah, you just talking shit to him. That shit was funny. You gotta go check it out, dude.
All right, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody's gonna have to send me a clip. I probably ain't gonna do that.
All right.
All right, man. Get back, brother. Get back. Hilarious Omar, man. How can I help you, sir?
Mr. Fanon, as always, doing great, good brother. Love what you do. Man, the joker you had on here before the brother you just went off. Man, that's your butt shorty. He could not comprehend nothing you was talking about if Frank Martin would have beat Tank Davis. Now he's a contender. No, that makes you one of the greats. He had to grow up in them five people classrooms. He didn't understand nothing you were saying. You became that man's father without even knowing. Then had the thumbnail, a Static Shock in the back. You a grown man with cartoon characters. Diabolical. Unacceptable.
It is.
You couldn't. Now, the one thing he did say, Fanon, when he was saying that, and it, like you said, it didn't matter because at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis knocked him out. There was one fight in particular that I remember where Gervonta would appear to be down in the fight, and that was against Leo Santa Cruz.
Actually, you may be right. Let me check the cards, but I don't think so. I don't think so, but you could be right. Let me look.
And that was the fight where I think Gervonta was taking a lot of straights, a lot of Leo Santa Cruz was hitting with a lot of using the jab and throwing a lot of straights and keeping staying out of the pocket. And that's when Gervonta suffered that it was like the first time ever Gervonta had any noticeable damage on his face.
1, 2. Nope. Gervonta was up on the cards.
He was? Okay.
Yeah, he was up on the cards 48-47. He's up by 1 round when the knockout happened in the 6th because he had won. He on 2 cards. After the 2nd round, he was down. because in the first round, two of the three gave Leo Santa Cruz the first. All three judges gave him the second, so he was down then. After the third, two gave Gervonta Davis the third, and one gave it to Leo Santa Cruz. So I think after the third, but in the fourth, then he won the fourth and he won the fifth.
Okay.
So he had won 3 straight rounds. On one judge scorecard, he was up 3-2. On the second judge card, he was up 3-2. And on the third, basically on all 3 cards, he was up 3 rounds to 2 going into the knockout round. So yeah, there was never a time when he was down on the cards when he got the knockout.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I had checked that.
I'm glad you checked that. Now there was to switch it up a little bit, there was a few fights that I seen, to go back to the Mayweather conversation you had on earlier. There was fights that I saw live and then rewatched them and was like, damn, I was completely wrong. Pacquiao Mayweather, that was one of them.
Like how? How so?
When I first watched the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, I honestly thought Pacquiao squeezed it out. But
okay.
When I when I went back and I rewatched it, I said, yeah, man, Mayweather he's that guy. He's that guy. He is that guy.
Do you watch fights with the sound on?
Yeah, all the time.
Don't. That's what it just, as fight fan to fight fan, that's what causes that.
Right.
Listening to them announcers, because the announcers will be talking to you about what's happening in the fight, and that ain't what happens. That's not what happens.
Like they're biased.
Yeah, well, because they're reading off of scripts.
Right.
And so you watch a fight with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, and that fight, that was on Showtime. I do believe that was on Showtime.
I think so too.
But still, that particular fight, nah, man. These dudes be out there. Oh, well, expect Showtime crew ain't any better than anybody else. You'll think Gervonta, like they have Gervonta down in a fight that he ain't down in. They'll have it. Yeah. So in my opinion, the best thing is to do is just not to listen to that stuff with the volume on, because it will definitely pull you. It'll pull you, and you'll be like, oh man.
It'll definitely sway you.
Thanks, man. That's what the word I was looking for. It'll definitely sway you. So yeah, I would just say, try your best not to. If it's possible, don't listen to with the sound on, or take what they say with a grain of salt and score the fight yourself, because really, that's one of the most irritating. Personally, that's one of the most irritating things. One of the most irritating things about the whole thing. But hey, I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you so much, Hilarious Omar.
Absolutely.
All right, bro. Yes, sir. Get back. Dallas Roquemore said, keep talking and teaching them, Fanon. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It's crazy, ain't it? But they're young men. They're young men. They're young men. Unc, I don't like that. But whatever, man. Like me call you boy or something? Sir will do. Beats by Bay, thank you, brother. Thank you. Beats by Bay said, Rolly Elite then? Is Rolly Elite then? By that definition, no, because he didn't beat multiple world champions. And he's never actually beaten a world champion. So by his definition, no. Rolly would not have been elite by his definition. I'm a big believer in rules, man. Peter the Great, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Peter the Great. I'm a big believer in rules. I'm going to listen to what Peter the Great said. That was his rule. And no, Beats by Bay, Rolly would not have been elite based off his definition. However, man, that word elite and duck and all that stuff, they're way too vague. Way too vague. Way too vague. My guy, man, much love. Rock Israel in the building. Free Palestine. Rock Israel. Would Boots be elite? According to him, no. Boots would not be elite, because Boots has never beaten a champion. According to that rule, no. Boots would not be because Boots didn't beat a champion, multiple champions to be elite. But again, here's my problem with that logic. You never know if somebody is in order to do that, you were already elite before you did it. But I don't like that elite word. It's just garbage y'all throw around to trash people. because you can define it any way you want. Oh, he's never beaten an elite fighter. Who's elite? Give me give me this list of it doesn't say on YouTube. I Googled elite fighter and it doesn't have Devin Haney's name next to it. So you know he's not because Google says so. That type of stuff, man. Ain't anybody trying to hear that, man. And Peter the Great, thank you so much, brother, for your support. And I did enjoy talking to you. I thought that uncle was a little bit condescending. Yeah, exactly. I agree, bro. You don't know till you know. Like, I think he is. Jerron Ennis looks mighty good to me. Hey, man, Emmanuel Murphy said, thank you, man. Cooking every single day, especially on Sundays. Brother, thank you for that support, man. Thank you, sir. That's not how you become elite. You are elite or you're not elite. You only are going to be able to approve. You have to approve it. Dude, you become a champion by beating a champion. That is an objective fact that you are a champion. I'm telling you, I don't like the word elite because it's too vague. How do you determine whether somebody can say that you're elite, somebody can say you're not elite? What do you use, a percentage of boxers? If you're a world champion, you're an elite fighter, right? Well, no, that's not what I mean. You have to be the best of all the champions. I think in order to be elite, you have to be the top 3 fighters. You have to be the top 10 fighters in all of boxing. Well, how do you determine that? Those are they're vague and ambiguous terms. I don't like it. I don't like them. Just like ducking. They're ducking this guy. He's ducking because he said it. He's ducking him. You know he doesn't want to fight him because he said this. How about we just go off something concrete? If you fight him, you fought him. If you decide not to fight him, then you didn't fight him. Should you have fought him? You know what I mean? It's just words that people throw around because you're listening to YouTube channels and cheating. Damn, y'all still on the elite chat? We've been talking about this shit for 5 minutes, man. Be quiet, man. Shh. Shh. Look, Rick, I'm telling you, that shit ain't never going to work. You'll be arguing forever. You'll be arguing forever about that. Somebody get up here and give me their top 10 elite fighters. Look, I would say that I think that Gervonta Davis is an incredible, man, he's an awesome fighter, bro. You said, man, these casuals are ridiculous. They're not casuals, they're just young. And they listen to YouTube channels, make bad arguments. You're easily influenced and you're not looking it up yourself and not really thinking about it yourself. Israel Bound, how can I help you? Israel Bound, how can I help you? I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you. Was that Israel Bound or was that Frank the Great? I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. I shouldn't have timed you out. I'm sorry, Frank the Great. That might have been Israel Bound that said that. How can I help you?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, my bad. No, I heard you say the top 10 elite fighters. Uh, I would say starting in no particular order, I guess, because I wouldn't really know how to put them in order. I'll probably Ali being top on the list.
Nah. Active fighters, man.
Oh, active. Okay, active. I would say Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson. Mind you, this ain't in no particular order. Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, um, I would go. Man, that's kind of tough. Top 10 elite fighters. It ain't a lot of elite fighters though, in my estimation. But man, I would throw Devin Haney in there. Probably what's the boy that almost beat Devin Haney?
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko. I throw him in there, and of course Boots Ennis. And then from there, just kind of trickles down. I wouldn't know, but that's kind of tough. Are you gonna give your top 10 before it's over?
I don't like the term elite fighter.
Right.
I think because for the exact same reason that you just had the difficulty doing it. Number one, what does it mean?
Right.
If you do pound for pound fighters, who are the best pound for pound fighters? I can't remember what mine is because I do list every once in a while just to have it written down. But I think everybody on that particular list that you had, I think it's a top fighter. I do. I think maybe Bam Rodriguez should probably be in there. Monster Inoue. Yeah, I will though. But thanks, man. I appreciate you giving me that, man. Now you didn't call in before, did you?
Yeah, I did a couple times.
You're the one. I mean, today?
Well, no, just other than when you couldn't hear me.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so that was Peter the Great then. Okay, cool. All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right,
thank you,
easy, man.
Yeah, man, that's nice, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's very reasonable. Yeah, I mean, if I had to say who the top. Can you hear me now? I'm sorry, I touched it. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No, I hit this mute button. All right, so let me do the 10 again. Oh man, Manny, what's up?
What's up, my brother? How are you today?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. What's on your mind, man?
Hey, man, I just want to say I appreciate you every Sunday cooking dinner, my brother, because you be cooking these guys. Hey, listen, I just wanted to make one point. A lot of these guys that we see are really good fighters, right? I really don't think that we would see a lot of these companies investing so much money to put them on TV if they didn't have something, right? So when people use this elite word, I don't like that word either, because very few people are in a position to really understand what elite is. I have the same argument and conversation when I talk basketball and pros talking about eras. Most people don't know anything about competing at a high level. These guys, that we see on TV, these guys that we see in these big fights, they have pushed their way and worked their way to a position to where somebody is investing millions of dollars in them. That just doesn't happen to just any Joe Schmo on the street. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of boxers that we don't know, we'll never see until they get to the level to where someone wants to invest that type of money in them and put them on TV. So we got to consider that. Like, we're a lot of us are just kind of sitting back, like you say, watching YouTube, watching what other people say, and then taking their opinion and making it our own, right? Without doing our due diligence and our research and actually sitting and watching a lot of the fights to see, like, okay, why is this guy on TV? Why is this guy getting his opportunity? That's because he's fought and he's made his way and have been seen. Somebody saw him and said, you know what, this kid got something, or this young lady has something, and I want to invest in them, right? For every one boxer you see that's on TV, there are hundreds, maybe thousands that'll never make it. And that's in all sports. I played basketball in high school and college. So for every one basketball player that you see in the NBA, there are thousands of players that never make it. They never even see the court. So I just want to kind of put that in the back of people's minds. When you start talking about elite, go watch the fights. Not just the championship fights, not just the Gervonta Davis or Boots or Usyk and Terrence Crawford. Go watch the little low-level fights, the undercard fights. Watch these guys that are making their way up. And then you can kind of see, okay, who really has the goods, who's really, when you talk about quote-unquote elite, we're talking about among all the other very good fighters. They've already made it to like a status of where someone wanted to invest in them. That right there says something right there about that person, about that guy, about that young lady, whatever. That says something. Nobody's going to invest a dime in you if you don't have the goods. So I just wanted your take on that particular stance that I'm taking. I mean, do you agree with that to a certain extent? Disagree? That's just my stance. I just want to put that.
Dude, let me tell you, man, I agree 100%. That's why I don't do that. If you are a professional at what you do, you are a professional. You are at a level where people that are amateurs or people that are hobbyists or people that were really, really dedicated to doing it but just didn't get there, you got to respect what they're doing. These dudes ain't no joke. Yeah. Like, for me, the thing that made it like really, really like really apparent to me was like my daughter plays tennis. She was a Division I tennis player. And there was a girl, went to nationals, all of that, ranked, well inside the top 100 in the country. And there was a girl that played in the same area who was the top girl in that area and one of the top girls in the country. She wound up going to like UCLA, like playing for the UCLA. Mm-hmm. Dude, she could not get a game off of what's her name, man? What's the black girl? Coco Gauff. Couldn't get a game off of her. Like, and as good as that girl is that girl could play. I mean, like, could play. I have no idea how good Coco Gauff is and how fast Coco Gauff is. Like, you have to like just that, and like how, and as good as Coco Gauff is, I see you knockout boxing, and as good as Coco Gauff is, man, y'all get no idea how good Serena Williams was. How hard that is for her to put that ball, that serve right where she wanted it, and how heavy that serve had to be. Yeah. Oh God. And for people to think that like, she's a bum, like anybody's a bum that's doing that. No, they are incredibly good. And so I was watching that sparring tape that came out where Andre Durrell was sparring David Benavidez. Yeah. That shit was wicked.
Hey, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That was the shots that they were landing on each other, the shots that Darrell was landing on Benavidez, and the shots Benavidez was landing on Darrell. Dog, you gonna call and somebody gonna have a nerve to call Andre Darrell a bum? Andre Darrell will take your damn head off.
And you know what that let me know? That Andre Darrell is, I wouldn't even call it a comeback. I would just say this also puts in the minds of the promoters and some of these so-called fans, like, he not done. He not washed up. You see what I'm saying? Oh, look what he did to Benavidez in the Benavidez sparring. Well, Benavidez must not be all that. No, bro, listen. These guys are special. Like you talked about Coco Gauff. Coco Gauff is special, but that doesn't make the young lady that came from that area that was a special player from that area. That don't make her a bum.
Dude, my daughter, let me tell you, my daughter will beat the shit out of y'all at grown men. We'll beat the shit out of grown men in tennis. Beat the shit out of. Go right now. I ain't picked up a racket. She ain't picked up a racket probably since she graduated, since her last college match, and which was earlier this year. I promise you. If she picked up any of y'all sitting out here that want to play tennis, if she picked up her racket and ain't warm up, she's gonna mop you.
Hey, all day long.
She'll mop you all day long. You not getting nothing off on her if you don't play at that level. And even at that level, there's that other level. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, I got somebody right behind you, old man.
All right, my brother. Take care.
All right, brother. Get back, man. Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's going on, sir?
Hey, good morning, Fanon. How you doing, bro?
Man, I can't complain about a thing being blessed. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I just finished the show. I love the conversation that y'all are having. And I just wanted to offer up a different perspective because I slightly disagree with the last caller about why promoters will invest in somebody because they see the goods, or if they're investing money in you, then that means that you got to be elite or you got to be good on some level. A lot of times in boxing, that just comes down to them whether or not they think they can make money off of you. So like in the case of Nico Ali Walsh, I don't think he was on TV because they thought he was the goods. I don't think he was on TV because they thought that he could be anything. I think they put Nico Ali Walsh on TV because of who his granddad is. Same with Evander Holyfield Jr. He was on TV once upon a time. Not because people thought he was really good or he was going to be something in the sport of boxing. Evander Holyfield Jr. ended up getting knocked out by journeymen and stuff. But it was because of who his daddy was. And who his daddy was in the sport. We fighting on pay-per-view on Netflix because they're elite or they're good, or Netflix sees these two great fighters that bring something to the sport. I think they're doing it because they think they can make money off of it. So I do agree though that being elite is a very broad term. It's kind of a cop-out if you're having a debate. I like to deal in objective facts, what somebody's done, who they fought, how they look in the fight. Are they a champion or are they not a world champion? I think those are better determining factors than simply saying that if someone's willing to invest money in you, if somebody's willing to put you on TV, then that means that you must have some sort of skill. It must be elite on some level because they wouldn't put you on TV or invest money in you otherwise. People don't invest money in things just because they're elite. More times than not, people invest money in things because they think they can make money off of it. So wanted to get your thoughts on that, bro.
Yeah.
Just wanted to offer up a different perspective.
Yeah.
I love the conversation though, man.
Yeah. I would just add something to it and say that, like, I mean, clearly, anytime somebody's going to spend money, they're spending money so that they can get money. I think that what Omad was saying though is when you like compare somebody, even like Nico Ali Walsh, who clearly is not a top level fighter, a championship level fighter, clearly like a prospect, and there's a lot of prospects that don't pan out. That you have an average Joe that may pick up and jump in the ring with Nico Ali Walsh, and they may wind up finding out that Nico Ali Walsh beat the shit out them because he spent a certain amount of time, a certain amount of training, and to get to a certain level of skill, you have to have in order to be a professional boxer. Where people think that like are freely calling people bums and meaning bums as if they don't, that like they don't have any ability to fight whatsoever. even like a guy like Jake Paul, Jake Paul focused enough on boxing where Jake Paul has a skill set that if you get in the ring with Jake Paul and you don't know what you're doing, you may wind up finding out that dude is a lot better than you think he is. And you do find a lot of people that think, like, look at professional athletes like Randy Brown, and definitely different, Go ahead, man. I'm listening, Kale. Go ahead.
No, 100% agree with you on that. Now, yeah, I 100% agree with you on that. And if that's what's meant by it, then I agree. Like, hey, these dudes are better than your average Joe. Like, you talking this noise about him, YouTuber, or you calling him a bum fan, you calling this dude a bum. But if you got in the ring with him, he probably beat you up. Like that, I agree with. But when I'm talking elite, what I'm referring to is in comparison to other professional fighters.
Yeah, within that, yeah, absolutely.
But I agree. I agree with everything you said. I'll let you get back to the cook, man. Keep doing a great job. I appreciate you, OG.
All right, brother. Y'all make sure, but put your link in the chat. Make sure everybody go subscribe to KO Boxing, man. KO Boxing is a good dude with a solid head on his shoulder, man. Very fact oriented, very logical guy. Definitely always enjoy listening to his breakdowns. Yeah, you got to really be able to follow. Yeah, George Foreman. Yeah, I remember his son. Yeah. Look at Tim Bradley and Crawford. Tim found Crawford from sparring. No, he didn't find Terrence Crawford from sparring. He didn't find him. He was signed to Top Rank when they were sparring. Yeah, he was signed to Top Rank by the time they sparred. I believe, anyway. Paulie even had some good boxing. Yeah, Paulie beat the shit. Dude. Did you, man, first of all, man, I've seen amateur fighters, man, fight on the street, man. You really don't want them dudes hitting you upside the head, man. And I'm going to say this, for KO Boxing, I listen to KO Boxing. I listen to him debate people. Oh, you really don't want it. If you don't really have an approach, if you don't have any real, if you don't really first of all, the more KO Boxing debates, the better he gets at it, right? The more you do it, the better you get at it. If somebody sits up here and debates people about boxing every day, 365 days a year, or however many times, you get I bet you easy 300 debates a year over the course of 3 years. You got 1,000 debates, dude. You ain't just walking up here saying anything. People think it's easy money you think it's easy money. It isn't easy money. It isn't easy money. You're going to devolve into calling people names. And then you think you may not realize that people know how to call you names back. Right? So it's just I think we should give Frank Martin, man. Frank Martin will beat the piss out of man. Come on, man. The idea that Frank Martin can't fight, man, to me is ridiculous. Hey, man, thank you so much, by the way, to my guy, say cooking every day. Oh, thank you so much, Emmanuel Murray, man. Oh, no, that's my guy, Old Man Manny. That's my guy, Old Man Manny. My bad, brother. Old Man Manny with the $20 holler, brother. Thank you, man, for that support. It is huge. It's appreciated and is needed. And my guy, I'm sorry it was late on this. That caller was clueless about boxing. That's my guy, Alton Jones. Thank you, brother. Yeah, Kale's a solid dude. Very bright guy, man. Very bright guy. Always love listening to his takes. Oh, my guy said Trash Talk Gaming said, what's up? Shout out to Baltimore. Said, can you give your top 10? Can you give your top 10, Fanon? You were on mute. Oh, yeah. And this is as close to an order as I can get. Number 1 is Terrence Crawford. Number 2 is Gervonta Davis. Number 3 is Monster Inoue. Number 4 is Errol Spence, provided that he's healthy. Don't know what's going to happen in his next fight, but I'm not going to demote him. I just think something was wrong that day. But I still had him below Terrence Crawford anyway. So Errol's number 4. I had Errol number 4. Shakur number 5. Number 6 is probably maybe Berturbiev. Then I got Bivol. Then I got Bam Rodriguez. Then I got Devin. Then I got Devin. And then I've got Jaron Ennis. And that's just to make y'all Devin Haney fans mad. I like making y'all real, man. What's unreal? What's unreal? I think that's a good list. I don't think I missed anybody. You know? I think that's a good list. I definitely, because Shakur got ducked by Devin for less money. So I got to demote. Now that I knew that Devin took less money to not fight Devin, now I got to demote you. I got to demote you for ducking. You took less money. That's a duck. That's a duck. Usyk is a heavyweight. Usyk is a heavyweight. I don't put heavyweights on there. I don't put heavyweights on there, and I don't put people that pop dirty on there. I'd have had Canelo on there. I can't put Canelo on there because Canelo popped dirty. I can't put Usyk on there because Usyk is a heavyweight. If Usyk was not a heavyweight, then I'd have him on there. Oh, Charlo. I'm sorry. Charlo. And Charlo. I'm sorry. Throw Charlo on. Throw Charlo on there. I'm sorry. Hey, he had an inauspicious excerpt. Hey, what do you call it? An inauspicious. Man, I've been tongue-tied lately. An inauspicious exit from the 135-pound division. Yeah, but cruiserweights are heavyweights. I don't do cruiserweights either. Cruiserweights are heavyweights to me. Otherwise, I would put Opetaia on. I might put Opetaia on there. No, Devin for Charlo. Devin for Charlo, bro. Devin for Charlo. Because Devin ducked. Shakur, you got to slap you on the hand for ducking. You got to, hey man, you take less money. Got to slap you on the wrist for ducking. He had an inauspicious exit. He had an inauspicious exit. Honorable mention though. Dog, let me tell you something, Rick Timms. Man, let me tell you, Ken, they already talking about me, man. Dog, it is official that I can't tell the truth. If I tell the truth about Devin, I'm hating. How you gonna argue with me about dog? Devin can't punch, man. The fuck? Devin can't punch, man. Devin can't punch. Everybody on the list can punch. You got to be able to punch. I mean, I'm sorry, man. You got to be able to punch. Inauspicious, man. Only try to get me to spell inauspicious. I can barely pronounce it. I get all tongue-tied. Yeah, I'm saying like dog, it's tough if you can't punch. You know what I mean? You got to knock some. I need to see some separation. He should have knocked that. You should have knocked that dude out, dog. He should have knocked out Regis Prograis. And his fight shouldn't have flopped. Dog, that fight flopped. Now debate me. I need a debate about whether or not Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis flopped. Anybody want to debate that? Where you at? Look, man, I like Devin Haney. I do. I don't like y'all Devin Haney fans, though, bro. I don't like you Devin Haney fans. I'm being very, very clean. If you guys would reform yourselves, if you would reform yourselves and stop exaggerating so much, okay? Now, look, I'll even allow you a blatant lie every once in a while. But you either got to get rid of the blatant lies or you got to get rid of the exaggerations. One or the other. You got to either get rid of the blatant lies or you got to get rid of the exaggerations. The exaggerations, I can understand the lies. No, I can understand. No, I can't. They're both bullshit. Hell no. What? Give me, hey, Randy Watson, give me 5 lies that Errol Spence Jr. fans tell. I'm going to read them after I get to this. After I get out of this, I need for you to think for a second. Give me 10 is Tank, 9 is Tio. You're high as hell. Shakur is 8, Canelo doped. Bivol, Haney, you're high. Beterbiev, Usyk, heavyweight. Inoue and Crawford. Tank is 10, below Tia fucking Fimo. You got Tank below Tia Fimo. Tia Fimo. You got Haney above Canelo. If you're gonna put a doper on there ain't no reason in the world to put him above Canelo. Ooh wee. Costa Zoo. Oh. Tim Zoo. Man, hey man, Andy Riggs, I can't go with that shit. You got Tank way too low. You got Tank way too low. Way too low. Crawford, Usyk, he got to go. He's a heavyweight. You're disrespecting the man by putting him on there. That's just disrespect. Haney at 5? Oh, no. I think I had him at 6 at one point, but definitely below Shakur and definitely below Tank. Tio just looked like crap. In 2 out of 3 fights, he looked like crap. So I can't do that with Tio. I can't do it with Tio. Tank like 15, man. Hey, merch is dumb. You gotta put you on timeout, bro. You're overdoing it, okay? Slow down. You're doing too much. Slow down. You're too much. Too much. I don't think Tio's overrated. I don't think Teofimo Lopez is overrated. But I'm sorry. What are the lies, though? What are the 5? Give me the 5 lies that Errol Spence Jr. fans told. No worries, Andy Riggs. I appreciate you doing it, too. Thank you, sir. Is Bud really better than Canelo? Yes. In my book, yes. I think so, yeah. I think so. The only thing that is, I don't get how anybody thinks Monster Inoue is better than Tank. That is perplexing to me. I have no idea how somebody can look at Monster Inoue fight, look at Gervonta Davis fight, and say Gervonta Davis that Monster Inoue is better than Gervonta. He looks like a more basic Gervonta to me. He's like Gervonta without the inside game and the defense and the footwork. It's hard for me to see at all how somebody, now Inoue's cold, but I don't get it. I don't get that Monster Inoue better than Tank thing. And I'm talking about looking at him fight. I've seen Monster Inoue fight several times. No. Let me repeat that. No. He's not better than that guy. Gervonta Davis got way more. You know how they like with Terrence Crawford, they talk about tools in the toolbox? Hey, man, Gervonta Davis has way more tools in his toolbox than Monster Inoue does. Way more. I mean, I don't care about the divisions either. First of all, it's not that big a weight difference. And Gervonta Davis has won titles in a 10-pound range. Is that a 10-pound range? 10-pound range, and they're in a 10-pound range. 115, 118, what is he? What did he win it at? 115, 118, 122? Or has he also won one at 112? 112, 115, 118, 122. That's 4 divisions. He's won titles in 3 divisions. Fuck that. You're talking about, dude, Gervonta Davis doesn't fight in them weight classes. First of all, there ain't nobody in them damn weight classes. Who the fuck is in them weight classes? Who? Who's in the weight class? I bet you can't name. I bet you can't name 5 112-pound fighters. I bet you can't name 5. He fought at was he at 115, 118, 122? He's not at 126. Am I missing a weight class? If he's 4 divisions, he just won in 122, right? 122, 118, 115, and 112. Isn't those the weight classes? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Maybe I am. Let me see. $105, $108, $112, $115, $118, $122. If he's a 4-division champion, it has to be $122, $118, $115, and $112. What am I missing? Flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, super bantamweight. What am I missing? Dude, I don't care what he won. I don't care what he won. He didn't lose any fights. Gervonta hasn't lost any fights. Gervonta won titles at 130, 126. 130, 135, and 140. I'm not bugging on 3 divisions, 4 divisions, whatever. I'm talking about the fighter. I'm looking at what he does in the ring. And no. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm not saying he's better than Gervonta Davis. I got him at number 3. Very high. But he is not a better fighter than Gervonta Davis. First of all, look at how you score boxing matches. I always try to tell y'all that. Keith Nolan in the building said, hey, I don't like the tank hate and discredit. It's also annoying how some people cannot do an eye test, do not understand martial capability. Dudes look at Boots or Tank and think they're not very good. Who have they fought? I mean, it's like you want me to sit there and talk about somebody's resume all day. These guys didn't fight him. There ain't nobody that Monster in a way fought that Gervonta Davis isn't going to annihilate. There's nobody that man fought that Gervonta Davis is not going to mop the floor with. So what? Like, they didn't fight the same people. So looking at their resume and all that stuff only goes so far. They didn't fight the same. Neither one of them have lost. So it's not. And by the way, I did see Monster Inoue get beat up though. Saw him get beat up by. Shout out to Nonito Donaire. Nonito Donaire beat him up. So nah, man, I don't see anything like that coming from Gervonta. Oh, so he skipped 112? Okay. I ain't counting 108. Fuck 108. Then he's a 3-division champion, in my opinion. Then I ain't going with no 108. He won a title at 108. Who cares? There's like 100 108-pound fighters in the world. Who cares about 108 pounds? Like, for real. You tell me somebody's a 108-pound champion, who cares? Who cares? There's no fighters. There are no fighters in that weight class. There's no fighters in that weight class. 108. You might as well tell me the guy's a Bridgerweight champion. I give him credit for being a Bridgerweight champion before I give somebody for 108. He's a grown man. How many grown men weigh 108 pounds? I am definitely not doing that. Yeah, and I don't care about his 108-pound title either. He was obviously like 12 years old. I don't care about his 108-pound title. Fuck out of here with 108 pounds, man. 108. He fought at 108 pounds when that man was like 12. Care, but there's no fighters in that weight division. Go to BoxRec and count the fighters. Count the fighters. Count the fighters. Oh, Fanon, Tank isn't allowed to double stack his hand wraps. I mean, there's that too. But look, man, I'm giving the man credit. I would give a man credit for what the man did. I'm just telling you, man, I ain't trying to hear no 108-pound weight class, man. Get out of here. I don't care if somebody's a cruiser, if anybody's a bridgerweight champion. No. Knock him out. Knock him out. Knock him out. I need some separation. As in, you separate him from consciousness. I don't want to care about that shit. Whatever. There was some separation. I'll tell you, there was no separation between that and that pocketbooks, though. Man, Regis Prograis looked terrible in the fight before that. He looked like he should have knocked him out. He knocked him down and never did it. No, he's allowed in Japan. They're fine with it in Japan. I ain't trying, like, all I'm trying to tell you is I'm not trying to hear nobody talk about no 108-pound weight class. There's no fighters in that weight class. That fighter, that is a Japanese weight class. That is where that 99% of those fighters are coming out of Thailand and Japan. And most of them are just part-time Thai boxers. So I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Okay? You know, I'm not trying to hear that, man. If you go to boxing scene, matter of fact, I'll show you. Watch this. Watch this. This is for Rick Timms. Watch this. Watch this. This is why I don't care about these weight classes. All right. So this is the IBF World Minimum Champion, right? The IBF World Minimum Weight Champion. Every single one of these fights are in Japan, right? Is that Japan? Yeah, every one of them is in Japan. All of his fights are in Japan, probably all against Japanese fighters. But this is minimum weight, right? So let's watch this. We're going to go to ratings. We're going to go to minimum weight, male, active, minimum weight, all locations. Now watch this. These are the top. So we're now at 25, right? Where this is top 50, right? Let me get rid of this. This is top 50. By the time you get to number 50, you got a guy that's 4-1. Look at the number of fights people below this have. You have a bunch of guys that have 2-0, 2-0-1, 5-0, 5-0, 7-0. Look, these guys don't even have any fights. Look, 1-1. You're in the top 100 with 1-1. There's just not fighters in these divisions. These are, look at this, 7-1, 0-1. You're in the top 100 at 0-1. 0-0. Look, this guy right here. is 116 in the world, and his record is 0-0-1. He's 0-0-2, and he's ranked 116 in the world. He's never won a fight, never lost a fight, both draws. You just don't, there's just not fighters in this division. Let's go to 6. By the time we get to page 6, look at this, 0-1. You're going to start seeing a lot of These guys are not fighters, man. There's a dude, David Herrera, that's 0-8 from Houston, Texas. Dude, there's just no fighters, and there's no fighters in those divisions. There's just no fighters in those divisions. You're not gonna, so don't tell me it's extremely shallow pool. So do not count like 108 pound championship like you're the middleweight champion of the world. You don't have there's not the competition. By the time you get out, you're into like scrub land as soon as you get out of the top 10. Man, ain't nobody got to send Devin nothing. Ain't nobody sending Devin no contract, dog. Devin didn't keep up his part of the bargain, man. Exactly. It's not much better at 112, 115, or 118, but it gets progressively better. The fighting pool starts getting deep at 122. 122, 126, 130 after that. That's when stuff starts. But dude, at 108, you're in scrub land as soon as you get out of the top, probably at the top 5. Okay? Probably at the top 5. Man, let me tell you, man, Devin stock dropped. Devin's he's not a pay-per-view attraction. And he keeps trying to charge people money for fights, and he's not a pay-per-view fighter. Why is he on pay-per-view? He's getting Luis Ortiz pay-per-view numbers. I think Tim Tszyu might have outsold him. Because hey, they said they were happy with that Tim Tszyu fight. PBC said, hey man, we were fine with that. That was a run. That was our trial run. Get on out there with one. Haney versus Tank, not a good fight for them. Hey, I'm just saying, man. Devin said he wants the big money. He's not into legacy. He wants the biggest fights. Dog, he's not a big fight. He's not a big fight. His fight didn't make money. He took a pay cut not to fight Shakur. I think Shakur is the fighter, man. I think Shakur is the big money guy. Shakur earned twice as much money as Devin did. Hey, Frequent, man. Why don't you talk to me no more, Frequent? Frequent don't click no links no more. You trying to run Kentrell LeGroux out of here? Is that what it is? You trying to run him out of here? Trying to run him out of here? Hey, man, look. I need to know what y'all think about that, man. You say, yeah, I know what it is. I want to know what y'all got to say, though. I don't get to talk to the clan no more, man. The clan don't fuck with me no more, man. It would have been. Hey, think that Tank fight would have been, that Shakur fight would have been great for Devin legacy. It would have been. It would have propelled him. It would have propelled Shakur because he wasn't going to win it. That's the problem. That's the only problem over there. Only problem with that Shakur fight is that he probably wasn't going to win it. But he missed the opportunity because Shakur's hand was hurt. He missed an opportunity. That was a golden opportunity. Shakur was hurt. Dog, let me tell you something, Rick Sims. Hey, man. I'm giving Devin Haney fans the business. You know the truth. There ain't no mid ground in that shit, man. Stop it. Hey, dog, Rick, there ain't no mid ground in that shit. Don't act like there's some middle ground in that shit. Please don't do that, Rick. Don't do that, Rick. You know damn well there ain't no middle ground in that shit. None. There's no middle ground in that. Devin Haney fans are full of shit, point blank, period. Okay? Point blank, period. Ain't no middle ground in this. Okay? Ain't no middle ground in it. Ain't no, oh, I don't know, my ass, you know. Ain't no middle ground in it. If there is a middle ground in it, I would be at the middle ground. Ain't no middle ground in it. Y'all lie too much. Devin Haney was never the mandatory for Vasily Lomachenko, never. Teofimo Lopez never ducked Devin Haney, not never. Lomachenko, Devin Haney was not, Tank Davis was never the mandatory, not never, for Devin Haney. Not never. Devin Haney did not sell no damn 200,000 pay-per-views, not never, no way. Okay? Do I need to get on here? Do I need to ask you to come on here, Rick, so you can tell me where this middle ground that you talk about is? I need to know. I need to know. There ain't no fence on that. They're full of shit. Okay? If I could get on the fence, I'd get on the fence. If I could be on the fence, I'd be on the fence. Like, dude, I ain't going nobody on Terrence Crawford on no shit that don't make no sense. Okay? Don't act like I'm doing some shit that's unreasonable. Don't do that to me. Here's a link. Rick. Don't do that to me. Don't make some statement like, oh, dog, I'm being unreasonable. And I'm not. I'm not being unreasonable. I am being dead centered factual. And you can't find not single solitary lie I'm telling. I have to painstakingly go through the fact that Devin Haney was never the mandatory for Vasily Lomachenko. Not never. Not never. Not a day. Never. Never. Gary Russell Jr. did not call out Devin Haney. Devin Haney jumped into the middle of the business between Terrence Crawford and Gary Russell Jr., inserted himself and framed him for a duck. Devin Haney and Devin Haney fans are the number one duck callers in all of boxing. They're the number one duck, framing people for a duck, people that there is in all of boxing. They single-handedly wore out the word duck. I take offense to that, Rick Timms. I take offense to that. How many times do I got to prove that you guys are lying about Devin Haney before you just say, "Hey, man, Fanon is being fair"? But look, man, fair is not acting like you don't know what's going on. That's not being fair. That's being very, very, very unfair. As Blood did not lose my show, he got a job. You should try to do the same thing. Blood Boxing did not leave my show, dumbass. He got a job. He came out of retirement and went back to work. Thank you very much. When he gets done with his training and all of that, Blood Boxing will be back. I need you up here, Rick Timms. I take offense to that, Rick Timms. I got to tell you, man, I take offense, man. I take offense. That caller was clueless about boxing. Thank you, brother. I'm sorry, Al Ray Jones. Thank you, brother. I take offense that I'm not calling it fair. Where you at, Rick? I need to hear it, Rick. I need you, Rick. Before I get up off of here, Rick. I need you here, Rick. You say you say when your name is called, you always show up. No, Rick is one of these closet, right? No, not closet, excuse me. I definitely didn't mean that. Man, Bloodbox, my dude. Rick, come on now, Rick.
Man, I don't know what you talking about, dog. Hey, man, what you mean?
You said something about you was on
explain to me, dog. All I said.
You say you was on you on my guy's channel, and he's killing Tank, and then I'm over here killing Devin, as if there's some middle ground to have here. There ain't no middle ground here. Ain't no middle ground that damn well will be lying his monkey ass off. All right, you know it. You know Dev ain't sold no goddamn 200,000 pay-per-views, because if he would have sold 200,000 pay-per-views, you know damn well Regis Prograde would have got some back-end money. Since Regis Prograde didn't get no back-end money, how in the world did he sell 200,000 pay-per-views? Come on, Rick.
Hey man, look, don't get me to trying to add up the numbers. I don't give a damn about the numbers. I don't care about the pay-per-view. I don't care about the pay. I just want them to fight, man, because every single day I navigate through these chats, and Dev gonna get his ass blasted. Tank get his ass blasted, depending on where you go. I just need these brothers to fight. Come this fall, man, because every day it's toxic as hell. Dudes getting their feelings, it's drama, insults.
That's because
it ain't that serious to me.
That's because it's Devin Haney's fault. And I mean it. He got no intention whatsoever of fighting Gervonta Davis. None. He ain't got intention of fighting that man. But they want to keep talking about it.
He'll say the same thing about Tank. He say Tank don't want to have no smoke with Dev. So both sides are saying the same thing.
Good. Let's not talk about what they say. Let's talk about what they do. Let's not talk about what they say. Let's talk about what they do. Devin Haney left the weight class. He left it. Devin Haney signed back-to-back multi-fight contracts with somebody where they were on a different network than Gervonta. He left Gervonta Davis. He left Showtime. He signed with DAZN. He had a multi-fight with DAZN. You know that fight's not taking place when you're on DAZN. Then he signed a multi-fight deal with Top Rank. That fight, all them lies they was telling. Come on, man. Devin is Gervonta Davis is Devin's mandatory for the WBA. Dog, why, if you want it so bad, why you lying and just making shit up? If you making shit up, why would I ever believe that you want it? There's no reason to believe them, because they lie consistently, often. Hey. Dude, if somebody keep lying, dude, they said, do I need to roll the tape? Do I need to roll the tape and show you that the shit that they said never happened? And listen, let me finish. They said the reason Gervonta Davis doesn't want to fight Devin Haney is because he's scared, because of what he did in sparring to him. And then we see this. This is the reason. This right here is the reason that they said. They said this shit didn't even happen.
Tank.
These dudes are sitting up there talking
with me.
Dude, they sitting there
14, 13, bro.
They seriously sitting there talking about Tank didn't even land any punch. Dog, how can you possibly believe what they say?
Hey man, they express how it edited. They express how none of Tank's punches was landing. They express Devin got the money. I don't give a damn. Like I mentioned the Bill on here. I say, Bill, you need to get the tape and put your own edited version of highlight Devin's good shit, and that still haven't happened. Bill still haven't got a hold to the tape.
That shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to believe that. If that shit was something where it happened exactly, not to you. I didn't mean to say that. I don't want to hear that shit about what you're saying. I didn't mean to be disrespectful to you.
Yeah, right.
Bro, Adrian Bronner said exactly what happened. And even he said it before the tape came out. He said, this is exactly what happened. And then he displayed what happened, and exactly what he said happened is on that tape. And he said that way before that. The thing that didn't happen was what they said about Darren. Nobody said Devin Haney was beating the shit out of Gervonta Davis. Nobody said that he beat the shit out of him. And that nobody that was in that place said that Devin Haney beat the shit out of him. He said that he got the better of him in the sparring, and eventually Gervonta Davis said, hey, I'm tired. That's enough. Just like when Devin Haney said that he released a tape. How about this? How about Devin Haney released a part of the tape for Hector Garcia? Yeah, how about he released the part of the tape where he said he beat the shit out of him? He released the tape and that shit ain't on tape. What about when they tried to frame Shakur Stevenson for quitting? When he said, nah, I'm all right, I quit. No, he said, nah, I'm good. You ain't getting me out of there. Oh, and all they were doing is arguing over how many rounds they had sparred. He said, that's 6 rounds, man. I'm done. It ain't doghouse rules. You don't got to continue to spar this dude forever. How about that? There's nothing. Why would you believe that? I want to understand why I would ever believe that they want that fight when they've done everything that they've done to show me that they do not. Number one, talking that bad. You ever hear Devin Haney talking that bad about people that he winds up fighting? Talking that bad? How come he could? And shit, dog, when he gets fights done, bro, he don't talk that bad about nobody. Devin, he's sitting there talking about Gervonta, man, putting pictures of monkeys. He ain't doing nothing but clout chasing Gervonta Davis. That's it. That's all he's doing. And then he left the weight class. And then he said, I'm not going back down to that weight class for him. This is a dude that took a pay cut to fight Regis Prograis. He ain't giving no demands, putting no demands on Ryan Garcia about what he'll do for Ryan Garcia. He didn't say none of that. He shut his mouth, got that fight, took 45% with Ryan. What do you think he's going to get with Tank? What do you think he's going to get with Tank if he got 45% with Ryan? Coming off of a flop against, man, he ain't trying to do that. Man is trying to get another multi-fight contract with somebody, is what he's trying to do. And then you got Eddie Hearn saying, Eddie Hearn ain't even willing to pay for a fight between him and Sandor Martin. Eddie Hearn wasn't willing to pay for a fight between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Eddie Hearn wasn't willing to pay for a fight between Devin Haney and George Kambosos. So, like, man, I'm not, dude, to me, it ain't nothing but clout chase. It ain't nothing but clout chase. You left the weight class. If you can't tell me you want to fight that dude and you dropped all your belts not to fight Shakur, nah, man.
He can't make 135 anymore. Remember?
Then tell him stop lying. They didn't say he can. That's my point. Hey. What do I believe? There's no reason for me to believe him. None. None. I heard numbers. They sold 200,000 pay-per-views. Regis Prograis gets on 200,000 pay-per-views. I heard 200,000 pay-per-views is what Bill Haney said. 200,000 pay-per-views against Regis Prograis. Dog, Regis Prograis said he didn't get any back-end money. None. He said that the fight, he said, man, I don't know what the numbers were. I know I didn't get any back-end money. If the fight would have done well, I would have got back-end money, but I didn't get any. So Devin didn't even get any back-end money. Dude, this shit is fucking fantasy land. 90% of this shit is fantasy land with Devin Haney fans. How long do I got to, like, how many times? Am I supposed to sit up here just because not you, people browbeat me and tell me, and for me to believe, yeah, Devin Haney was Lomachenko's WBC mandatory? How long did these guys say that? How many times did they say that? About 1,000 times they said it. It was never true. You got people saying Devin Haney that Gervonta Davis was Devin Haney's WBC mandatory. They're saying Gervonta Davis was Devin Haney's mandatory when he held the WBA. Listen to this. I don't know if you were on here yesterday, but listen to this. I want you to listen to what he said. And you're telling me that I'm going to believe anything that they say? I'm not. Give me 1 second because I want to play the audio on this. Listen to this.
Tank's decision now to not accept an elevated WBA title. Do you think that that's a mistake, or do you respect him for making that decision?
No, but that's just another way of being able to not have a mandatory. Anytime you hold the belts, then you hold the opportunity for someone else to be great. When you put the belt down, then you no longer give another person opportunity to be great if you call yourself great.
Yeah, and like
Listen to it again.
Decision now to not accept an elevated WBA title. Do you think that that's a mistake, or do you respect him for making that decision?
No, but that's just another way of being able to not have a mandatory. Anytime you hold the belts, then you hold the opportunity for someone else to be great. When you put the belt down, then you no longer give another person opportunity to be great.
Okay, so did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a bold ass lie. That's a stone cold ass lie on Gervonta that he told on Gervonta Davis. 100% stone cold lie. Number one, Gervonta Davis is the one that has the mandatory. Gervonta has the mandatory. Devin didn't have the mandatory. So, and Gervonta never ever dropped. He didn't drop a belt. He refused to take a belt that Devin had where Devin didn't have the mandatory. So he says anytime you drop a belt, you don't give the mandatory, you don't give somebody else an opportunity to be great. Because if you drop the belt, that means you don't have to fight the mandatory. Who is that true about? Who actually did that? Devin did that. Devin is the one who actually did that. So he literally is up here, literally in this video right here, accusing Gervonta Davis of doing what Devin did. He said,
man.
So how in the world you tell me you think that Devin Haney, how can you have any faith whatsoever that Devin Haney wants that fight? And in fact, the fact that he says he won it makes me believe he doesn't want it. The fact that he says it.
Man, we what? 13 days away from Devin and Ryan, and all the conversation from the majority of Dev people is Tank. I mean, fuck Ryan. I mean, Ryan just what's the point of him fighting Ryan? I mean, Ryan ain't getting none of this dialogue every day. It's Tank, and they not even scheduled to fight. So look, man, I gotta get back and finish this workout. Like Earl and Bud, I like them both. I just like Bud more. The same with Tank and Dev. I like Dev, I like Tank. I just like Tank more. I just pick Tank to win if they fight. But they gotta fight for none, because all of this chatter we doing every day is gonna be for naught, null and void, because
the only person that you're the only person, because dude, I talk about like mistreating somebody. The only person that gets mistreated by that is Tank. That's the only one. Because people put pressure on Tank to do something that the other guy doesn't want to do, which is playing into Devin Haney's game. Devin has done nothing to show that he wants to fight him. Nothing. And tells more stories. You can tell me, what has Devin done to make you think he wants to fight Gervonta Davis? That does not include talking.
That's it. That's all we're getting out of that count is talk.
He didn't do now. Well, when he wanted to fight George Kambosos, I know what he did. He went and signed.
He kissed ass for Kambosos. Shit.
He asked, and they told him before. They're like, he said, man, you're not getting, Bob Arum told Devin that. It's like, you're not getting these shots for these belts because you're not signed with me. So he did exactly what Bob Arum said he needed to do in order to get that fight. Signed with Bob. And he signed a multi-fight contract with Bob like Bob told him to. Period. In order to get the Regis Prograis fight, he did exactly what he needed to do with Eddie Hearn. Get a multi-fight deal, but maybe an option to get that fight with Regis Prograis. He did what he needed to do. To get the Ryan Garcia fight, he did exactly what Oscar De La Hoya told him to do. He did it. In order to get a fight with Gervonta Davis, you've got to call Al Heyman. He won't pick up the phone and call Al Heyman. They said they will not call Al Heyman. They're saying send me the contract. But Everybody know Tank said call out. But what's the talk? When you sending me a contract? When you sending me a contract? When you sending me a contract? Where's the contract? Where's the contract, Tank? Where's the contract? The contract for a fight for what? You left the weight class. That's my thing. I think it's unfair if you have a fighter, one fighter who is clout chasing another fighter, because nobody talks about their fight without talking about Tank. When Tank fights, ain't nobody talking about Devin. Wasn't nobody talking about Devin when Tank fought Ryan. Wasn't nobody talking about Devin Haney. Devin Haney was in the crowd at the fight in the 5th, 6th row back. Ain't nobody talking about Gervonta, Devin Haney. Even when people say Devin Haney fans, what fans? What fans? That's my what fans? You know, like the Twitter fans, the YouTube channels? What fans? If you don't get any back in money on your pay-per-view and you don't sell out in your own hometown and you got to take a 45% split with Ryan Garcia, what fans? What fans you talking about? I might have
YouTube. They on YouTube.
Only reason I don't know is the Bril Matias fans are saying this is I don't speak Spanish. I have a suspicion that there's a lot of fans of Isak Cruz talking too. Let me let you get back to your workout though, man. I just want to look. If this was balanced. If I really thought that Devin Haney wanted to fight Gervonta Davis, I would take a different stance. I don't believe it because they're not honest. They say things consistently that are not true.
After Dale beat Ryan, after Tank beat Frank, if Bill, I even asked Bill that. I say, after y'all both win, you know, y'all respective upcoming bouts, are you and the Dale camp gonna do all y'all can to make this Tank fight happen? Because we tired of talking. And he smiled and he didn't completely commit to it, but he like, yeah, King, that sounds good. So time gonna tell, man. We gonna find out this fall.
They are never gonna stop talking about that Tank. They're never gonna start talking about Tank because they are getting more mileage out of talking about him than they would fighting him. Talked all that stuff about Shakur Stevenson too. And that man did not fight Shakur Stevenson. That man did not fight that man. He did not fight Shakur Stevenson. For somebody who he's gonna fuck up and easy and all of that shit, he got to take 25%, but you gonna take 45 from Ryan? There goes that. Why you taking? You're willing to take 45 for Ryan, but you can't. You're willing to give Ryan 55%. You're the face of boxing. You're the big draw, not Ryan. Their fans were saying that Ryan. Remember when they were saying, "Hey, I did."
Yeah, right. That's Ryan. Ryan inflated them Tank numbers. That was because of Ryan.
After that,
right?
After that though. Remember, the Devin Haney fans were saying Ryan Garcia, that Devin Haney outsold Ryan Garcia. He said he did a $1.7 million gate, and Ryan Garcia did like a $1.2 million gate in Houston against Duarte.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
So they said he did it wasn't pay-per-view, and it was a $1.2 million gate for Duarte. Where Devin was pay-per-view, and Gervonta and he did a $1.7 million gate. So obviously Devin's the A side. Well, Devin's the A side. Why is he willing to give Ryan Garcia 55?
55.
He gave Ryan 55. Ryan gets 55%, Devin gets 45%. But they made an offer of Shakur, but Shakur should have taken 25% to Devin's 75%. And they said, well, you're the champion. Well, guess what? Devin's a champion now. So if Devin's the champion now, and it's the fact that he's the champion, why in the world is Devin giving him? Why did he get 55? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Bill and Devin don't got the money to pay for that fight. Just like Bob Air, just like Eddie Hearn said. Eddie said, "Look, man, Devin's gonna drop that WBC belt. He's not fighting Sandor Martin. Who's gonna pay for the fight?" So, bro, you're gonna fight Tank? You can't get these dudes to pay. Eddie Hearn will not pay for a fight. a fight between Devin Haney and Sandor Martin. Won't pay for it. Wouldn't pay for a fight between Devin Haney and George Kambosos either. Let them go. Now you got him being the B-side to Ryan Garcia. What do you think is going to happen if he fights Tank? He's sitting there talking about he got demands for Tank. There ain't going to be no rehydration clauses. It's going to be at this weight class. Oh, we'll take 60.
Dog, I'm in the minority. I want the Tank and Devin fight at 140 with no rehydration. I'm confident Tank will beat a 165-pound Dev, because that's the only way we're not gonna get any criticism after the fight. Oh, he weight trained Dev. He know Dev can't make 135 no more. Woo woo woo. He had hydration clause. Man, damn all that. Tank, if you're listening, just fight the man like that. You know, just no more excuses. That's how I feel about it. But you know, from the business standpoint, we know that's highly unlikely. But just hood talk, man, go fight him like as is.
Dog, let me tell you something, man. I believe this. I don't even shit. I'm gonna say what I think. I think if Tank walked up that dude in the street, he'd walk the other way. I think if Tank walked up to him in the street, he'd walk the other way. Dog, I see this.
His mama and them had to drive to Cincinnati to come get that nigga away from me, bro. Like, this is my real little brother.
Okay. No, them not landing flush. Martin, they say those punches wasn't landing flush. Dev blocked all of that.
Oh, he blocked all that. Yeah, I'm like, man. Let me show you one little thing too. Watch.
Did you ever see him spar in the end?
Right.
This is problems for this. This is problems for him. Watch this sequence.
BH right said that he beat you.
Watch this sequence after he breaks it up. Look at that. Look at him slipping them shots from Devin. Look at him slipping the shots from Devin. Dude, he don't want that. He don't want that dude there, dude. He don't want that dude there. I'm telling you. He don't want that.
But hey, let me play devil's advocate. Hey man, Dev was a teenager right here. He was young. Dev is older now. He's bigger now. He's better now.
Devin Haney ain't had a knockout since 2019. That man cannot damn near bust a fucking grape. Okay? Gervonta Davis is going to walk his ass down. And Gervonta Davis got concussive shit. Concussive shit. And you got nothing. You're going to spin and grab him? Dog, the likelihood of Devin Haney getting his ass concussed is way high. I don't believe it, dog. I'm telling you, I don't believe it. I don't believe these dudes want to do just like Shakur. Better to get a pay cut against Regis and win than to make a little bit more money against Shakur and take that L. Because Shakur is a different beast. Dog, Devin is a really good fighter, man. He's a really good man. Gervonta Davis is a fucking joke, bro. It ain't no, man, you trying to tell me that this dude really, really, really want to fight a guy that fights like that, man.
That, hey, like, what you in the sport for? You better.
No, let me tell you. I think the fight will look like. If Gervonta is comfortable at 140, that shit is going to look like that. Richards and Hitchens versus Limo fight we just saw. It's going to look like that, but he ain't getting out of that shit. Because it's the same style. Jab 1, 2, 3. He's countering in between your shots. If you throw a combination, Gervonta Davis is countering with body shots. You can't hurt him. Wait a
minute. Well, let me be Dev advocate again. Dev got good feet. You know, he keep the distance. Excellent jab. I mean, he know when to hold him. I mean, how Tank gonna handle that, Martin?
By walking his ass down, cutting off the ring, going to the fucking body. Same way he did against Jose Pedraza, who got good feet too. I'm telling you right now, bro, that dude more than likely remembers those 2 ass whoopings he got. Because the 2 times he's been in the ring with Gervonta, his ass got beat up 2 times. And he can say, oh, we let the fight go on and I won.
We got the money.
I got the money. Yeah, you got the money.
Hey man, I gotta go, man. But hey, salute the Dale, salute the Tank, man. We gotta see them mix it up ASAP, dog, because this never gonna stop. And I'm loving it.
Tank and Shakur. Tank and Shakur. That's what I'm talking about. Tank and Shakur.
Yeah, I love that too.
In the same weight class, they're in the same weight class. Those are roughly the same size dude. Ain't no tape of Gervonta Davis beating the piss out of Shakur that we've seen so far. And Shakur ain't, you can say all the Shakapping and all of that, dog, but whatever. That they in the same weight class, they champs in the same division.
Hey, and you know, I'm big on Shakur. You know, he right under Tank, you know, with me, and you know, him getting that bud work and sparring, and he's keeping Shakur sharp. So Tank got to see Mr. Stevenson eventually if this Dev stuff don't come. So
it's not
we'll
coming,
see,
dude.
man.
He's gone, bro. He's gonna be at 147. He's a hamburger. The dude is a hamburger away from middleweight, man. That ain't happening, bro. I'm just telling you, it ain't happening, and it's not fair to little dude Tank. It's not fun. It's not fair to little Tank to try to keep talking about it, man, and letting these dudes take that. To me, it's dude. Okay, how about this? How about we 5 lies? We give them 5 more lies. 5 more lies, and we agree the shit ain't ever gonna happen. Fresh new lies. We're gonna give starting today. 5 new lies. It may take a couple weeks, but we got 5 new lies that they get to tell.
No, let's be fair. Let's wait till after he beat Ryan. Let's wait till after the Ryan fight. Give him a little grace, man. Come on, man.
Man, come on. That's 5 more. You don't think he can make it? You don't think he can make it without lying 5 times? Well, God dog, man, it's 13 days. You don't think they won't tell 5 lies in 13 days?
Man, stop. I gotta go, man. I'm a holler dog. Please,
all right,
man.
Thanks for the entertainment, bro. Hey, man, no joke, man. That shit is hilarious, dog. Rick don't believe. Hey, Rick say I don't think he can go 13 whole days and not telling 5 lies. That's a lot, dog. Oh, that's a lot of time, dog. That's a lot of time, bro. Keith Nolan in the building again. Thank you, brother. That's a lot of lies, dog. Let me let you get out of here, Rick. Let me go ahead and kick you out of there, Rick. Hey, one more call, then we go. Then I'm gonna call it a day, man. It's Sunday. I had such a fun time. I can't believe the Haney clan don't. Man, I'm talking, dude. I'm doing dirt too, dog, and y'all ain't even ready for no smoke. Poor little Tank, dog. Seriously, man. Tank said, I ain't building no more fighters, man. I ain't building no more fighters, bro. Hey, he said Devin fans are convinced Devin will easily beat Pitbull Cruz, but you need real power to pull Pitbull off you. So I'm wondering how will Devin keep him off of him? Let me tell you something, man. Where was that footwork with Lomachenko? Where was that footwork with Lomachenko, dog? Where was that footwork with Lomachenko? Lomachenko caught him. What do you mean Tank wouldn't fight Shakur? Dog, Shakur does what Shakur needs to do. Man, these guys are going to make their money first. I ain't got no, hey, man, if Devin didn't, I think that's the fight that I think is real. That's and that's the best fight too. That's the best fight for him. Where's all this footwork with Lomachenko? Devin is a very, very good fighter, man. Don't get me wrong. Shakur got a lot of fights lined up for him, though. The little bit of pressure Loma put on him burst his pipe. Look, man, it is what it is, man. Look, y'all need to leave me alone with all of that stuff y'all be talking about, though. Drop the link again? All right, so last link, man. Then I got to head out of here, Michael Demps. There's the link right there. I wonder if my wife came home. I don't think she did. My wife's still out. There you go. Michael Dibbs, how can I help you, sir?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
getting ready to head out to the gym, but I just want to stop in and say what's up, man. The conversations have been so good, man. I wanted to pop in
Thanks,
and
man.
chop it up
Appreciate
with you. And one thing people fail to realize about this whole Devin, Shakur, Tank thing is that I put it in the comments too. When these guys were younger, like coming up, beginning of the pros, Haney just entering the pros, Shakur, Tank was in there a little bit earlier. Tank and Shakur didn't have as good condition. Haney did.
You're breaking up.
Was
You're breaking up.
One second. There we go. Devin's conditioning was always better than Haney, better than Tank's and Shakur's. When they were younger, Tank was still out partying and doing all this other stuff. Shakur was still maturing too as a professional. That advantage is gone. Today, Tank's not running out of gas. You get in the ring with him. Shakur is not getting out the ring. You get in the ring with him. So the advantage that he had to get to the later rounds to start getting off on these guys, is what I'm saying. He had to make it to round 7, 8 when sparring to start landing good shots on these guys. So with that advantage gone, what can he do? If Tank and Devin get in the ring and they both, and their conditioning is just as good as each other, what does that sparring session look like? You know what I'm saying? So I think that these fights are going to turn out a little bit different than what people are expecting. I don't think they're as close as what people make them seem. Styles make fights. I don't see Tank and Devin as a close fight anymore. I see Tank and Shakur as a close fight, and I see Shakur and Dev as a close fight, but I don't see Tank and Dev as a close fight. Just stylistically. Are you guys able to hear me?
I hear you perfectly well.
All right, cool. But yeah, man. Yeah, I just wanted to hop in and say that, to stop in and say what's up.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Here.
Yeah,
I'm about to
anytime,
go get
man.
my training on myself. You see, I got my long suit on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, get it in. Hey, my thing is, I was kind of playing with Rick Timms a little bit. I mean, Devin's a very good fighter, man. Devin may be able to do some things with him. I just don't think he really wants to fight. I was just messing with looking for an excuse to show that tape and kind of teasing with Rick a little bit. But yeah, man, I appreciate your insight, brother. Thank you, man.
Of course, always, man.
All right, peace. It said it's easy to make it to round 8 with 60-ounce gloves and headgear. Yeah, that's tough, bro. Yeah, fair enough. Did anybody ever want to see? Yeah, I still want to see Tank and Lomachenko. I would love that fight. I would love that fight. But Bob Arum ain't trying to make those fights with Tank. There's going to be, anyway, I think Devin, in order to make that fight, if they say you got to sign with the PBC, that's what you need to do. That's what you had to do for George Kambosos. That's what you had to do. With DAZN. That's what you got. If you got to do it Top Rank, if you got to do it ESPN, you got to do it Amazon Prime too. And I think he'd be better off for it, to tell you the truth. I think he'd be better off for it. I think Devin is going to wind up being a star. Oh, for real one. You know what I mean? It's just you guys just tell too many lies, man. You know what I mean? You just tell too many lies. It's just you guys way over the top with that crap. And you do it consistently. But anyway, man, so I think that's about it on this Sunday. Thank you guys for the wonderful conversation. Thank you for all the support. Thank you to my channel sponsors, Daryl McKinney, Wells Premium Services, LLC, Big Lorenzo in the building. The channel sponsors each made a big $25 donation to sponsor. And then thank you to everybody else. Matter of fact, let me read the other people. Keith Nolan, you big time too. Actually, Keith Nolan's at 30. So Keith Nolan, brother, thank you so much. Trash Talk Gaming, A Riggs, Peter the Great, Rock Israel, Beats by Bowie, Dallas Roquemore, LL Music, Marianne Bell, Mike, Shamir Ogden, the boxing novice, Paul Bunyan in the building. Obviously, I got T. Wells, who is on there. GM, Akilo Netter, Mike Kirkland, Jay Miltz, Stone Alone in the building, and Jay Miltz. And shout out to everybody out there everybody supported on Cash App. You guys definitely allow me to keep doing this, man. Allow me to be honest, to give you my honest opinion. You know, the editorial portions of it is mine. Don't hold anybody else, responsible for what my thoughts are. But, and I was playing a little bit about Devin. I got to mess with y'all Devin fans. You get on my nerves. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Deuces. Daryl McKinney in the building for show. Peace. Thank you, Keith Nolan. Thank you, sir.